If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not my.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had a hitter with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars of the show, and till then is half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him. Independent, I never ever traded. You know what is a star? Like killing the city, the drivers say fly. Just get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a more. 8, 10 in the more, 2 in the big. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch on YouTube and view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Good morning, South Florida. It is your boy Frog Boy. Stepping in for Show Pony on the Tobin and Leroy show here. He will be back tomorrow, out again Friday. So your boy will be back here again Friday, but we're going to make sure that we enjoy today. We won't take it a moment past today. We will enjoy our lovely Wednesday with Leroy, of course, holding things down from the Horde Studios. How are you, sir?
Oh, what up? I'm good. So,
and Brittney, how are you?
I've been up 5 hours already. I'm ready.
5 hours?
Yeah, man. Because I had to, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
When I was doing my appointments, for my yearly.
Yeah.
I thought I did my blood work on Thursday at 7. But I did it on Tuesday, the same day I did another test.
Ooh.
When I was doing it so I didn't really pay any attention till I went to confirm it and realized it was the day before, that it was yesterday after, evening. So I tried to reschedule, couldn't reschedule till next week. So somebody said, why don't you just walk in?
Oh, yeah.
So they opened at 6.
Yeah.
I got up at 5.
Oh.
Got ready. It's like 10 minutes away. Got there about 1:45. I was 10th in line.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What time did they wake up?
They weren't open.
Nah, I know, but like still, the people that were in front of you, what time did those people wake up?
I don't know. So
That's
I got
horrible.
in there, and then they made an announcement.
Yeah.
We see 60 people an hour.
What? Okay.
Walk-ins, it's going to take you a minute.
Yeah. So that would mean you're like 61, or in case somebody
I don't know.
didn't show up.
I was 2. So I ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
I went in there. It was like 5 minutes
Yeah.
out. Then I
Okay.
had to go to PT.
Which is up the street from that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not far from there. So it took me like 15 minutes to get to PT from there. And then I was back home. I was back home by 8 o'clock.
All right. You know what? This has been a couple positive days. Like I thought that, again, yesterday's story and today's story was going to begin with how much of a horrible experience you had, but it seemed like 2 days.
No, listen, I like when I go somewhere and it's weird. Let me say this. Should I thank someone for good customer service when I expect to get good customer service? Right?
Yeah.
And I'll use me as an example. Right? I would say this. When I would play football and people would say you had a good game, I would always think I better or I won't have a job. So it wasn't like I was doing anything extra. It was I was trying to keep my career. You see what I'm saying? If you go to a restaurant and you pay top dollar for food or whatever you pay, right? should you and you give a good tip, should you also say thank you, you did a great job of service today? I mean, isn't that an indication of by the tip? So I don't know, like, and so when I explain, when I tell the story, I was very grateful that, how the situation went, because I know you're talking about a place at 6 o'clock in the morning, the waiting room is packed.
Yeah.
Right. And like, they were very nice. And so, yeah, I was very like excited about how it went, and I don't know, maybe it's me and how I thought about my job, because, if I never did a good job, I would get booed. Right. So
Yeah, for sure.
like, I don't know. Like, so I think I'm scarred from that, when I just say, hey, when people say good job, I'm like, well, that's my job. If I didn't do a good job, I wouldn't have this job.
Well, another person on the hot seat on whether or not he's going to do a good job is Mr. Chris Grier, who we are currently awaiting him to be speaking with the media. I am on the YouTube channel right now, waiting for him. It seems like we're not the only person who starts a little bit after 10. Mr. Grier has yet to touch the podium yet. So we will wait for that. In the meantime, we will update you on the official 53-man roster.
You don't have it yet?
Yeah, no, I have the roster. I don't have anything new that Chris Grier may be saying right now.
It won't happen until 4 o'clock this evening.
No, I thought it was yesterday.
Yeah, but you got to wait to clear waivers.
Heard. I got you.
24
hours.
Well,
nothing after we got off the air yesterday of significance happened with the Miami Dolphins. We'll definitely break down the full roster.
So we'll be able to talk about the practice squad and the signings tomorrow, because there's a period of today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, where they're gonna be
right.
All those guys they try to hide at the deadline yesterday.
Well, right. That's why I said if you have a guy that you're kind of interested in keeping, you don't want to release him in space.
Yeah.
You want to release him with the whole group, so maybe you'll have a chance to put him on the practice squad. So that's why the guys that usually the guys that get released early before 4 o'clock. Like your backup quarterbacks, your guys your veterans that you want to give an opportunity to go somewhere else before the chaos. Right. And so you kind of do it that way.
Now, a few notable names, if we're looking around the league, to a few names you may mention that were that didn't make the cut. Cam Akers, Saints running back, who probably best known for his time with the Rams in the 2021 Super Bowl season. Another name that you may recognize, which I thought was interesting because I know that he came back and chose this team to then be cut by them. Hunter Renfrow of the Panthers. Thing about Renfrow is he was regarded as one of the best route running wide receivers in the NFL. Unfortunately,
you see the Panthers traded Thielen back to Minnesota.
Yep, I did see that as well.
Which is crazy because if they cut Renfrow and didn't trade it, they must have,
they have something.
They got something.
Yeah, they feel comfortable enough to get rid of the veterans, which is interesting. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he was released by the Seahawks. He turns 31 this season, so that's not necessarily a shocker there.
Well, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
This is something that has plagued running backs for years, right? That once you get to 30, like, oh no, 30. But why is it now creeping into other positions?
Yeah,
because we have identified running back as being the most physical, or one of the most physical positions on the field, right? As far as contact, hits, or whatever. And so your shelf life might be a lot shorter. I understand that. I get that. So I've always accepted that that are running back over 30 for whatever reason. You know, they hesitate on paying them. But why is this now creeping into other positions? Like wide receiver, like
any corner, anything.
Corner.
At this point, once you get to 30, you're old.
We've seen cornerbacks play till they're 35, 36 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hit you with a back in my day because my day isn't that old, but I did see these cornerbacks age. At the very least, they were given the chance to age. I saw a second chapter of Darrelle Revis.
Right.
You know, I saw all these cornerbacks that eventually sometimes, and you've seen it before, they'll transfer to safety because they can't keep up with the mobility of a corner anymore.
Right. That's
now they don't even have the chance.
You know who's famously did that is for San Francisco.
Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott came in.
He was a corner before?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
People don't realize Deion Sanders played safety when he went to the Ravens.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do. Right? It's crazy that he was actually still able to compete at that age.
What people don't realize is when he had that foot surgery, he basically got his big toe fused.
Oof.
So he was like playing safety on a plank.
Yeah.
He had the same injury as Juice, O.J. McDuffie. That ended his career, but Deion kept playing.
Speaking of Deion, it has been confirmed that Shador is the third string quarterback in Cleveland.
But we knew that when they cut Pickett.
Yeah, but he could have been second. You never know. He could have been second, but he'll definitely, unfortunately, be third.
Can I just say this?
Yes, sir.
We talk about egos in football with players, and players have egos and whatever. Management has egos too. And let me explain something to you. If they had drafted Dylan Gabriel, and this is not a knock on Dylan Gabriel, in the 3rd round, and Shador in the 5th round, and Shador beat out Dylan Gabriel, just say that to yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
You see, so what, like calling somebody 2 or 3 at this juncture in their career, and I've said this all the time, like where you get drafted is your starting point. It's not your finish point. People get so caught up in where people get drafted, right? 1st round picks, 2nd round picks, 3rd round, 5th round picks, whatever. And people label you based on where you got drafted. And I'm like, go look throughout the league, man. There's a lot of stars in this league that were not drafted in the 1st round. And we need to get over that. That's just your starting point. That is, we prospected you and rated you this high. It doesn't mean that that's what your career is going to be. And so we got to get away from that. We got to get away from, he was a 1st rounder. Anthony Richardson was a 1st rounder.
Oof.
And here's the problem. They drafted him solely on potential and his workouts, right? But the dude only played 1,500 plays of college football. The average is anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000.
Oh, wow.
That's just for, maybe a little bit less than that. So that he's going to need that development somewhere. And then you bring him in and throw him in the starting role. So where do you think he's going to get those other 1,000, 1,500 plays to learn? On the biggest stage. And so we all call him a bust. But is he? Because I'll ask you right now, Marcos.
Yeah.
If the Dolphins said, you know what? We see something in you. We're going to give you $20 million and we're going to draft you 4th. Are you going to say, I can't play quarterback?
Hell no.
Right.
Suit me up, sir.
So you're going to be a bust.
I can get you a yard. I can get you a yard for sure.
Right. But you understand? So we put this on these kids, but let's be clear.
Can I get a yard?
Draft is a starting point. Stop looking at where a person was drafted and determining how successful he's going to be.
I don't think I can get a yard. I changed my mind. Maybe a QB sneak.
Can I just, no.
Tush push.
No.
Just throw me. Have someone throw me. We say hike and someone throw me. All right.
No, you would not get an inch. And if they did the virtual thing, they would say, now it's 2nd down and 10 and a half.
Yeah. Brittany, what are you drinking? I got distracted.
What am I drinking?
Yeah, I saw you drinking something, and it looked delicious.
Oh, it's just an iced coffee.
Oh, I thought I saw whipped
Eh.
cream because I'm a child and I have Airhead bites for breakfast.
Not,
No.
And
not an iced coffee guy. I kind
are
of.
you? You're like well, I mean, you weren't even a coffee guy for a while, so I understand.
Nah, you know what made me a coffee guy? When they had the little barista in Vegas.
Yeah, I listen.
Like,
A personal
she was
barista
just
will do
grinding
that.
it up and making them right there with all the little flavors and stuff. Oh, man, it was
Do you have a complicated Starbucks order, Brittany?
No, not at all. If anything,
So-
my like what I make
Wait.
at home is more complicated than what I get from Starbucks.
all of them are complicated.
No, and that's
No,
true.
it's
All of
really
them are.
not.
I don't know the
Let me
size.
see.
Like, how is Grande the smallest size? How does that make sense?
Grande is not the smallest size.
Okay, which one's the smallest
wait.
size?
That's where you're wrong.
Tall is tall the
when you
smallest
put
size?
Tall is the smallest,
Like,
and it's
Tall,
grande.
how
and
is
it's-
tall the small? How is tall the
Hey,
small?
you know what I hate when you go to these places
Classy
and they
Italian.
make you use their lingo.
Yeah.
When I say, give me a minimum, give me
You
a
can
medium.
say small, medium, large. No one's
Right.
gonna be
But
angry.
here's the other thing.
That's not true. I
When
got
I go
slapped
to
last time.
when I go to Cold Stone,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
say,
yeah.
give me a pint.
They're the worst.
Gotta have it. I'm like, no, give me a pint.
give me a pint, damn it.
Yeah.
Just give me what I asked for.
Give me a quart. Love it. I'm like, dude, if you say that to me one more time, I'm walking out here with no ice cream.
I'm gonna make you sing, sir. I'm gonna put $1 in that damn
No,
cup.
they don't do that no more, which is also very awkward.
Yeah. I just want to give you the tip. I don't need to. Okay, pause. I don't want to have to hear this be serenaded in front of my ice cream here.
Wait, that was a thing. I've never even heard of that.
Oh yeah,
What?
Cold Stone.
If
They
you came
would.
at
They
Cold
would
Stone, they would
force
sing.
What?
Yes.
Damn it! My son found my candy. He's good. He's good. I want to go ahead and before we go to a quick break, give you our headline sponsor. These headlines are brought to you by our friends over at Doral Hyundai. The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous, the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. We have an action-packed show. As I mentioned, Chris Grier is currently at the podium. When we come back, we'll give you training camp reports and get you all the details as to what he is currently spewing now that the final roster is set. We got more headlines from around the league. Like, yeah, I think someone got married yesterday. I can't even remember who. Not that big of a deal. Other than that, Frog Boy is in the driver's seat. So we have games galore. Today we have a Price is Right. We haven't played Price is Right in quite a time. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to learn more about Brittany as she gives us another Why You Always Lyin. It is Wednesday, so we got rats off the shed. But long story short, it's an action-packed show. On top of all that, we'll be ending today's show with Michael Yo, who will be calling in. Michael Yo, local radio legend, does stand-up comedy, will be at both improvs this weekend, but also a diehard Canes fan, started his own Miami Hurricanes podcast that's currently doing really well.
Is he from down here?
I believe so, and then he moved to LA. But I don't know if he worked down here or if he was like actually grew up down here. So we'll find out more about that, the Miami Dolphins, and everything else going on in this crazy world, because it is your number one location for all things South Florida sports. FM 104.3 WQAM. You can catch us on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 5-6. I lied to you. It's no longer that anymore. It's Miami 104.3 WQAM. Right? That's the thing. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Make sure you catch us there. FM. Don't forget. Don't listen on that stupid AM dial. All right. Unless you're listening on the AM dial, because then I love you. Other than that, you got plenty of ways to catch us. So make sure you do. We're going to take a quick break and we'll come back. What Chris Grier is saying at the podium. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. My bad, I can hear myself there because I am not a professional, but now I can. And lucky for you, because I have some updates that you're going to want to hear. It is your boy, Frog Boy, filling in for Tobin, who will be back tomorrow, and I'll be back on Friday. Why do we do this weird schedule? To keep you on your toes, Miami. That is Leroy, who has joined us, cracking open a delicious Celsius. What flavor is that, my friend?
Playa.
Playa vibes. Oh, yeah. I went in recently and had to, all we had is Galaxy vibes. So that's the only option. That is the only option in my household right now, but that's not a bad vibe. Not a bad vibe to have.
I tell you what, in order of, let me see how I'm going to do this. In order of preference.
Yeah.
I like the cherry cola because it doesn't have, it has some fizz, but it's not overly fizz. Then I like Playa. Then I like Galaxy. That Galaxy is off the chain. But then I've kind of cuddled up to Retro Vibe.
Retro Vibe is not bad.
Because Retro Vibe, I like the fizz, but it doesn't have as much fizz as like some of the other ones. So it's like I like that. So
like that's expert analysis of Celsius flavors here on the Tobin and Leroy show. Just to get you some quotes from this Chris Grier conference that is currently going on, that is going to be your Miami football report. And Miami football reports are on WQAM. They're all sponsored by the Miami-Dade County Public School Technical Colleges, MDCPS Technical Colleges, offer over 60 affordable accredited programs, day or evening hands-on training aligned with local employers. All you got to do is call 305-558-8000 or visit careerintheyear.com and launch your future today.
Hey.
Yes.
You might ought to give them a call and get your little reading class in.
Okay, look, 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. Because I killed him yesterday. I nailed it yesterday. Let's see if I can read these tweets better. Omar Kelly, who is front row at this Chris Grier conference, says,
"Yep, he should
this is going to bother a lot of people. Chris Grier said that Cam Smith is going on the non-football injury list. What does that mean? Are we done with Cam Smith, Leroy? Can I officially just give up on him?
It's a way to hide him.
From who?
Right?
Wide receivers?
I think what I would say is they're trying to hang on to that investment and not just cut bait.
That's that ego thing you were talking about when we were discussing Dylan Gabriel and Shore Sanders.
I wish they had done this with other players.
Correct.
So we have a lot of players that Chris Grier brought in that were good players that we had to let walk because we couldn't afford them. And I would say that if Chris Grier wanted to show how good of a talent evaluator he was, the way to show that is with the guys that you drafted. So to let those guys walk, it messes with your record. So I would say that he doesn't have an ego, because I know GMs that if they have quality players that they drafted, they keeping those players so they could show you, look at, I can pick talent. He hasn't done that.
Yeah.
I think it hurt the team, but whether you agree with what he does or not, I think his only goal is to make the team better. It's not to make himself look good. And so he makes decisions regardless of what people are going to think about him that he thinks are best for the team. So I can say that this Cam Smith thing, because of the Christian Wilkins, because of the Robert Hunt, because of the players that he let go that end up going other places and playing well, I would say that he's kind of put that ego aside. So I'm going to give him a benefit of the doubt in this situation. I just think that they see talent there and they're trying to give it an opportunity to develop without just cutting bait. But you got to believe if you Cam Smith, buddy, you are on your last life.
Listen, thin ice it couldn't be thinner. Right now, he's walking on water. Just a few more updates from that press conference currently going on. Chris Grier is addressing the media. It's his first time addressing the media
since the draft.
Since the draft. So that means even the acquisition of Minkah Fitzpatrick. One of the sentences Omar Kelly tweeted out from Chris Grier's address so far is, honestly, I was shocked. I was very surprised we were able to get him. I know Pittsburgh had liked Ramsey a lot. That was GM on getting Minkah Fitzpatrick. Apparently, he did not expect that when he
started negotiating.
But
right.
Minkah just kind of landed on his lap, and he was like, I guess I'll take this too. Yeah, sure.
Or Pittsburgh knows something we don't.
That's true. That is true.
No, I would say this. Sometimes you do something like that because of the salaries and you trying to stay, under the cap. And you might have a young talent coming up that you feel could replace him while you upgrade at another position. So they feel they upgraded at corner. Which one's more important? Maybe we have to go with a second-tier safety.
Yeah.
While we upgrade at corner. And so it's kind of like that. Now, it wasn't like Chris Grier went in it saying, I trade you Ramsey for and keep in mind, guess what?
Yeah.
For a GM to be honest about that, when he could have really said, we wanted to try to get Minkah back.
I mean, let's not also forget we gave him Jonnu Smith too. At a certain point, we gotta get something in return. Damn it.
Well, here's the other deal, and I know I feel the same way about Jonnu Smith. I think he was a game changer. He helped the offense being that mid-level receiver, like the receiver in the middle of the field. That gave Tua that security, right? Yeah. When things up front weren't going well. And so he had a big year. Let's think of it this way. If the offensive line gets better and Tua can look down the field more, does that take numbers away from Jonnu? And if so, do you need to pay for those services when you hope that you're going to use Waddle and Tyreek more because your line's going to protect better? So
speaking of
like that's kind of like, so what all I'm trying to do is like, whether I agree with the moves or not, I'm trying to understand why the moves were made. And I can understand why the moves were made, even if I don't like them. I didn't like the Christian Wilkins. I didn't like the Robert Hunt. But then when you're thinking, did anybody think Robert Hunt was going to make $100 million?
Nah, I'm still crazy.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
That's still crazy.
Right. Christian Wilkins, I'm a little more upset about because you could have signed him a year earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Couple more updates here. The Miami Dolphins plan on re-signing Kendall Lamb as long as he passes his physical today. So that's more offensive tackle help.
Well, so he got released by somebody else, or he was just out there?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Like,
I don't know the whereabouts of it. I didn't hear his name all camp, so like I'm assuming.
Was he here all camp, or hurt, or just out? That's you know what I mean? Yeah. Because this seems, if they say they plan on re-signing Kendall Lamb, that means that was always an option and they were negotiating.
Yeah. So I have him here on ESPN.com as listed as a member of the Eagles.
He was,
so that could have been his most recent team potentially.
Right, correct. Maybe he was a free agent after that last year. He signed a 1-year deal. I don't know. Or maybe they released him.
Yeah.
If they released him, you still can't sign him for another day.
Yeah, Chris Grier says he plans on being very aggressive during this signing period on the waiver wire. So I'm not sure.
Can I? I'm gonna say this.
Be aggressive, man.
For the most part, it almost sounds like I've been defensive, defending Chris Grier, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just again trying to, why things are happening, how this got to this point, how we ended up signing this guy or that guy. But I'm gonna say this. Being aggressive with the leftovers is not being aggressive. They're available. You can always open up your fridge and get some good leftovers, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I don't know how much of a difference those guys are going to make. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you go through when all the teams get to their 53-man roster, are you really going to get overly excited about? There'd probably be maybe, I'd say 15 veterans that get cut because of salary, right? Because a young guy comes up. But are you really going to be excited about your team being aggressive in the leftovers?
No, I mean, I guess it depends on how big of a hole you need to fill. Unfortunately, the Miami Dolphins have many holes they need to fill. If you're just like kind of stacking depth, then yeah, it would make sense for you to be aggressive.
Right, but when you say I'm being aggressive, you sound like you're trying to find guys who gonna play.
Yeah, we're gonna be wheeling and dealing, baby, and you're actually in the fridge. Like, what's left over here? I'll go ahead and take.
So
take this.
I would say this. Yeah, leftovers from Prime 112 are better than leftovers from Applebee's.
There you go.
Okay. Okay, Dade South.
Okay.
Where is Prime 112 and the 1,000 guys that just got cut?
It's good. Well, I can tell you that there was someone I did.
Because guess what? They're your leftovers.
Yeah.
You ain't going over to your neighbor and saying, "Ooh, let me get that leftover from Prime," and they're gonna cut you.
What about that? What about this? Would you consider this leftover from Prime? Trent Brown, 1-point Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. 32
What, did he
years.
play?
He did, but he's old now. He's 32, and he was cut from the Texans.
Old. That's not old. What position does he play?
Offensive tackle.
No, that's not old.
I agree that that's not old. Tell that to the NFL, Leroy.
No, they're not. Again, I started this by saying, why did this over 30 thing because I'm going to say this, and everybody's going to say, oh, hell, here we go again. Ain't nobody say that about Aaron Rodgers being 40. Huh?
Yeah.
Right? And now what have I been saying? Like, forget 30. He's 40. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh, no, Aaron Rodgers, he can get it done. Right? Come on.
You love Aaron Rodgers.
It's not. Look, I don't have a problem with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I wouldn't say that necessarily.
I have a problem with 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers off a torn Achilles.
Okay.
So like, okay. Like, let's go. Aaron can still sing it. Yeah, okay. Listen, if he playing 7-on-7, I agree. But could you imagine Jalen Phillips chasing around 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers?
It's not going to end well for Aaron.
Right. So, like, come on. So I'll be interested to see who we sign. I would say it'll be some guys. Here's what I would think.
Yeah.
It'll be guys who you are familiar with. So you might hear some names. You might hear some names that you've heard before. Right? And so, like, guys who are familiar with everything. But let's think about this. If your whole goal this year was to be more physical, why would you bring anybody back that was a part of that team that everybody calls Saul?
Very true. Very true. Maybe there's like one or two outliers, but yeah,
Yeah.
no, why would you bring back that's insanity, right? Doing the same thing and stuff.
Yep.
But we're gonna continue to keep an eye on the additions the Miami Dolphins make, as well as stories that will be flying around the league. In the meantime, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and come back with our favorite segment of the first hour.
Poupart asked about Wilkins.
Oh. Yeah, what's up with that? We do have to check in on that. Last we heard, that definitely helped our corner situation out. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and go through the day to day, find out what celebrities are celebrating a birthday and what national day we're supposed to be celebrating. Brittney, get ready; it's gonna get crazy. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is your boy Frog Boy holding things down. We got Leroy with us. We got Brittney on the producer side today. How are you today, Brittney?
I'm good. Tired. But I'm good.
Jeez, wrap it up.
Oh, okay, sorry. I know
and of
no one
course,
wants to hear from me.
what we will be hearing from you later as we determine whether or not you're a big, fat, bold face, no good, dirty, pig stealing, whatever else they said in the Holds movie. Liar, as we will determine why you always lying.
Pretty good. I'm a pretty good liar.
So far, so good.
I told you guys.
No, really, so far, so good. And you double down, you triple down, and he usually has us all shook. But let's go ahead and give you some truth for the moment, as today is August 27th, and that means we got some celebrity birthdays to announce for our Day Today segment here. I'm going to go ahead and go through the names, and you tell me if you're familiar with the individual.
Okay.
Rod Wave.
Of course, yeah.
Rod Wave, 27 years old. Now, that's something you and I may know. I'm interested to know if Leroy is familiar. But
Leroy knows who Rod Wave is.
Leroy has a good musical taste, so I think he does.
He pulls out people's names sometimes that have me like, how do you even know who this person is?
For sure. He knows things, but sometimes it's a car commercial, so don't get too impressed.
What happened now?
Leroy, you know who Rod Wave is?
No.
All right. We're surprised by that.
I'm surprised by that.
Rod Wave is a soulful hip-hop artist, 27 years old today. What about Aaron Paul, best known for his role in Breaking Bad?
Yeah. I know Aaron Paul.
Nope. I have no idea who that is.
No, did you see Breaking Bad before?
Nope.
Me either. I mean, everyone's like, it's the best show on television.
I hate when people tell me like to watch something over and over. It makes me not want to watch it.
Hey,
same.
Check this out. Brittney,
Totally same.
I was the same way with Game of Thrones.
That's
I was so tired.
That's a good show.
Because here's part of the problem I had with Game of Thrones. I have gotten into Netflix where they released the whole damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you watch the whole season as quick as your little mind will accept it. Okay? And then Game of Thrones came out and they did the weekly thing. And that bothered me. So I never got invested in it. Then, after already telling them who was going to be the king, right? Because, you know, they were going to pick the guy in the wheelchair. After that.
Spoiler alert.
Without ever.
Spoiled it for everyone.
5 years ago.
There it goes.
Without ever even seeing an episode. Then
Truthfully,
COVID hit.
Yeah.
When COVID hit, I watched all the seasons in like 2 weeks.
Which is at least 100 hours of television.
Oh, yeah. I was killing it. So that's how I got into it. And then I got into the
dragon stuff.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that crap. I can't even remember what the last one.
It's too much. Like I genuinely can't.
Jesus.
But I will say this. If you did you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
If you start, you won't stop.
It's too long. Like my dad, everyone's trying to convince me to watch it.
No, it's not. I would say
it does start slow. It does start slow.
In all of the years of Game of Thrones,
yeah,
all the seasons of Game of Thrones, there's probably 4 or 5 episodes where you'll say, "Damn, that was a waste of time." But everything else, you want to keep watching.
The same problem that I have with Game of Thrones is the same problem I have with Breaking Bad. Is everybody's like, you need to watch it. It's so good, and then they're like, the ending though is the worst. Why do I want to watch? Why do I want to watch something that you don't even?
The ending
so
for was the Sopranos was terrible.
No, it was not. It was genius.
Oh,
see,
now we know. Now we know.
Oh, there we go.
What are you talking
about? What about Pee Wee Herman? R.I.P. died in 2023, but today will be his birthday. Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens
Never seen a Pee Wee Herman thing. I just know him from like American pop culture. That
Yeah,
that's Pee Wee
I
Herman.
don't think I've ever seen.
Well, he got into a little bit of trouble.
I heard some stuff, and I was like, I think I'm gonna avoid this guy.
Yeah, and well, everybody know the Pee Wee Herman dance. That's it. Pee Wee Herman.
What about this? If I start these lyrics, you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything.
Neo.
No, close.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wait, hold on. I have to like.
Let me love. Oh, Mario.
There you go.
Mario.
I had to like sing it.
You know, Mario was he was in what's that dance?
Step Up.
Step Up.
Honestly, I'm really impressed that you know that.
Yeah. Oh no, that's hey. Let me tell you something. I got a Step Up soundtrack in my.
I love Step Up. I love.
Yeah, because didn't he marry the girl that he starred with?
Maybe I don't know. I didn't follow his life. He's 39 today, though.
No, not Mario. I'm talking about the
Mario.
Channing Tatum and
married the star. Yeah,
they're not together anymore. But yeah.
Well, I thought that was Save the Last Dance. What are we talking about here? I'm not sure.
No, that Save the Last Dance was with dude that was also in Barbershop. Remember the black dude that went and worked for the politician in Barbershop 2?
Was it the dreamy guy with the light eyes?
No, that was the guy with the scar on his face.
Distracted.
He had the scar, remember?
I don't know her name, but she was in 10 Things I Hate About You. I know that.
Yeah.
Emma.
She was also in with what's the movie they made like 4 of them with
Hunger Games.
No, not Hunger Games. Born Identity. She was also in that.
That's true.
She was in Born Identity also.
I'm not gonna lie to you. She pissed me off for an entire season in Dexter as well. I was over it. But Savannah James, Mrs. the Queen, LeBron's wife, turns 39 today. This is a name that you don't know, but you may have seen the show. Sarah Chalk turns 49. You're only gonna know her from Scrubs. She was a blonde girl in Scrubs.
I watched a little bit of Scrubs, I was more of a house guy.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. So what about this guy? We've all seen this guy before. Caesar Milan, Dog Whisperer.
No.
What? You guys have never seen the Dog Whisperer? Well, you know what? Actually, I haven't either. I just saw the South Park episode where they imitated the Dog Whisperer.
I'm
actually a fraud. Tom Ford. You guys know who Tom Ford is, or are you too
poor?
I
know who Tom
Ford.
Oh,
you know who Tom Ford is. I actually don't. I only know him.
Are you serious?
Isn't that the clothing guy?
Yeah, Jay-Z released a song called Tom Ford, and that's the only reason why I know who Tom Ford is.
Oh, okay. Well, he's like one of the most prominent male, like he makes icon. He's a fashion icon.
Yeah. I went in his store once and I got free champagne. It was very nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, because that's about all you could afford. And I'm saying that
it's free.
No, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mace, this is the last birthday I'll give you guys. Mace turns
50. Oh man, he came out hot, but then he found Jesus and he left. And then he tried to come back and it wasn't the same.
Musically, he's not doing well, but you may recognize him, Brittney. He has a podcast now with Cameron. And if you don't know any of those people, who cares?
Nope, I don't.
All right. Well, your life's going to be totally fine either way because it is a wonderful national day for you to celebrate.
Hold on.
What happened?
Tobin is a hot dog whisperer.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're going to remember that for when he comes back.
Shout out to Mace. He found the truth.
Yeah. On the way out, because we're up against it right here, not many great national days for you to celebrate. Usually we have a long list of cool things. Today is National Pots de Crème Day, which is very stupid. It looks like people celebrate creme brulees. I don't get it. It is also National Peach Day. So make sure you eat your peaches or send that emoji to that special someone with a little junk in the trunk. And National Just Because Day, which seems like it's damn near every day of my life. And you want to know why? Just because. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to break. Hour 2 when we come back.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Valoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Tobin and Leroy show. We are live right here on a Wednesday as the Miami Dolphins completed their 53-man roster cuts yesterday. Apparently, Chris Grier's going to be aggressive today on the waiver wire. He has addressed the media. We're going to bring you some of that right now. But before we do, I got to let you know, as I always let you know, that these headlines are brought to you by our friends over at Doral Hyundai. The #1 Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. And also to remind you that Sports Talk on WQAM is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long.
They have stepped up. They buying everything.
Right? Everything. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. It seems like not only when I want to watch a sporting event, like when I want to watch a new show, it's always like on Paramount all of a sudden. And Paramount was the one that I took a stand against initially because I was like, I already have Netflix, I already have Hulu, I already have Amazon Prime. You know, I'm not going to get Paramount. What the hell is CBS? And now
the problem is that CBS owns a lot of stuff that they're funneling through Paramount. So
correct.
Now instead of making it available to Netflix or Prime or some of these other outlets that were buying, you know, the old shows or whatever, now you can just see them on Paramount.
Yeah, absolutely. Some updates from the Chris Grier press conference. Leroy, I got some nuggets here, if you will, that I know you are going to like, and a couple that you are going to see as.
I'll break it down for you.
All right,
I'll break it down for you. You know, look, it is what it is. Like we tend to like want people to say certain things, but if I take and put ourselves, me included, in that situation, I always wonder how much different my comments would be, right? So that's kind of how I approach it. You know, when I hear quotes from people, is that, yeah, if I was in that situation, what would we say?
This is a couple cuts that I'm getting off of Omar Kelly's Twitter. This is in regards to Tyreek Hill. Chris Grier said that Tyreek has been unbelievable this whole offseason since he's had this surgery. He's been around every day and works tirelessly. He's closer to his teammates than he's ever been. He's 100% invested. You buying that, Leroy?
I believe Tyreek has some work to do as far as, you know, getting back his credibility with his teammates. I think with all the stuff going on off the football field, it sometimes makes you focus more on the football field to kind of get that, you know, out of your system. And so I believe there's a lot of truth to that. However, the test of how things are going when you're 0-0 is a lot different than how you handle those same questions and comments when you're 1-2 or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And so we all know how Tyreek is when things are going great. He's chatty. We love his comments or whatever. But our lasting image of Tyreek is what he did when things were going bad. And that's when you need your leaders the most. So let's just let it play out a little bit. I do think because of all the stuff that's happened in the summer in his personal life, he probably needed to refocus on the football aspect of it to help him get through that. And so from that standpoint, we got, a lot of energy, a lot of commitment because he's just trying to focus on something positive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We all have to wait and see. It's a wait and see thing. Nobody's ever never questioned whether Tyreek works. Nobody's ever questioned the effort that he puts forth during a game, except for that last moment. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's our lasting image of him. And until he gets out and does something different, that's what we have on our brain. And it's not our fault that we're thinking that way. It's not our fault that we have questions. It's his fault. He just got to work through it.
Now, there were some other things said by Chris Grier in which he commented on the team's spending as of recently and finally admitted that the team was in a reset of sorts. Now, he says we are young, but we do have some veterans. At some point, when we are aggressive spending, getting free agents, that is not sustainable. If you do not reset fast enough, it's not good cap-wise. Finally admitting that the team is in a bit of a reset, but understanding and acknowledging that we can't just solve that through mass spending in free agency. I think that may be the first time he's ever addressed Stephen Ross's spending, or at least the first time in a while.
Yeah. Well, I look, and I don't think it's necessarily a Stephen Ross thing. I think we could all look at this team and the amount of money that was invested in this team and the production that we got from that and realize that we had to go a different route, right? That it wasn't working. And the last thing you need is to be paying a boatload of money and not having success. And so you got to reset just from that standpoint that, okay, we tried this. We tried to go get the stars and it didn't change our team. So what we got to do is focus on the guys we have to have. We got to develop our young talent. We got to invest in some of these young guys. You might have 5 rookies playing this year, so, like significant time. But from what we've heard, they've all been worthy of getting that opportunity. And so from that standpoint, when you got 5 young guys that could come in and play, is that not a credit to the talent that they're selecting? So yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. I understand that. It's good that he admitted it and not like we can all see it. When we can all see what's going on, you can't then come answer questions that kind of disregard that. We're all smart enough to see what the plan was, but it doesn't mean because you cut back on spending that you don't have quality talent. You just have different talent. You have younger talent.
Speaking of the talent that he acquired, this is something that you may like. When asked about the potential of re-signing Christian Wilkins when he's healthy, Chris Grier says, I don't think we'll ever close our mind on anything regarding Christian Wilkins. We'd be open to it. So,
which means?
For the right price, we'll bring him back.
Well, here's the deal. Whatever if they can get him back in, he's still gonna be able to. And in fact, here's the kicker. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know how accurate this is, but it's gonna be pretty close. Christian Wilkins needs to prove that he can play. Otherwise, the Raiders were right. Now, the Dolphins can come in and get him for the cheap, because if he plays and he's effective, then that shows the league and the arbitrators that he really could play, and the Raiders were trying some shadiness. You see what I mean? So
trying to get out of that contract.
It's kind of like two things, right? Two things that could benefit the Dolphins. If Christian Wilkins doesn't play this year, then the Raiders could say, we wanted him to have the surgery so he would be able to play this year. He didn't play, and so we were right. So it's kind of like, if you can work it, right? If you can make it benefit both parties, then both parties would have something to benefit from that. Christian Wilkins could then say, I played. Look at my production.
Yeah.
You wanted me to have surgery because you didn't want to pay me. That's going to get him paid. And he might get, the makeup money of what he lost. So that's kind of, do we really want that drama? Chris Wilkins wasn't drama.
Nope.
The Raiders are drama. Christian Wilkins has never been drama. And think about this. You got Kenneth Graham. Oh, not Kenneth Graham. Grant. You got Kenneth Grant.
Yep.
Who is a big ball of energy. You got Zach Sealer, who's a moose. And I could add some more energy to that.
Yeah. We just picked up Matthew Judon, which is another.
We got Matthew Judon. Well, we never had a problem with the outside guys. It's just been health.
Interior, yeah.
But interior, you've been able to patch it up with quality players the last couple of years. You had Christian Wilkins 1 year, and then you had Calais Campbell 1 year, and he was very, very good. So now you got Grant. If you can bring in Wilkins on the cheap,
come on,
and say, hey, Christian, all you need to do is prove, right, to the league and for your situation that you can play. And then that helps you with your arbitration.
Yeah, so, it's a win-win, honestly. It's a win for the Dolphins, win for him. He gets his money from the Raiders. The only person who doesn't want him to play, obviously, is Al Davis.
The Raiders.
Mark Davis.
Right, because the Raiders said he needed to have surgery.
Yeah, absolutely. But screw the
Now,
Raiders.
here's the kicker. What if he goes through all that?
Yeah.
And he really did need surgery.
Well, then at least we got him on the cheap.
Right.
Okay. We'll figure it out after that. But it is an action-packed show. When we come back, we're going to give you a mixed bag. I got a couple stories I want both of your guys' opinions on. A couple wild ones and a couple things from the other throughout the sports world that I'm sure you'll find interesting as well. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll also be giving you an opportunity later on in the show. We got to keep listening to get Lee Brice tickets, or at least find out how you can get your own chance to win Lee Brice tickets. Familiar with any Lee Brice work, Leroy?
Give me a song. Maybe.
Everyone knows the smash hit from Lee Brice that currently plays through all the airwaves. Right?
Brittney, can you return? Are we allowed to return with some Lee Brice?
I'll see if I can find something.
If we have Lee Brice,
all right. Don't tell me the song. Just come back with it, and then I'll let you know if I'm familiar with his work, because I listen to all genres.
Top country song of 2010. Top country song of 2010. Oh yeah, that's right. Because of the
Hold on. Now, I'm gonna pull up something then.
All right.
I'll pull up something.
He'll pull it up.
I'll let you know when I come back.
And we'll give away those tickets later on. Make sure you keep listening. We got that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show.
My man Lee Bryce is the master of the intro.
Oh, yeah, it's a good intro.
No, he gonna pluck on that guitar for about 2-3 minutes before he sing a word.
So a lot of guitar, not a lot of our boy Lee.
Nah, he got some stuff. He got some collabs. I scrolled through a few things.
Upon further review, I know his song, One of Them Girls, actually.
Yeah.
He didn't have any of his music. He didn't have any of his music in the system.
Oh, okay.
So I played the Jonas Brothers instead.
I appreciate it. Can you sing me your rendition of One of These Girls?
No.
Let me try. One of these girls.
No,
one
that's
of
not.
these girls.
No, it's more like I ain't one of them girls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to do it country too. You got to do it country. He is country.
It's one of them girls.
Yeah,
one of them girls.
One of them girls. My country accent is so good.
Yeah, not as good as my Godfather. Hold on, listen.
That's really bad.
Can I just tell you?
It's getting better, actually.
If you talk like that in the doctor's office, they're gonna give you a laxative.
I'll be first in line for sure. So we need to get this guy out of here. Let's go ahead and hop into a Marcos mixed bag. All righty then. It took 140 weeks, but it has finally happened. The most liked post on Instagram, the most liked photo in Instagram history. Leroy, can you guess?
I would say Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting engaged.
Brittney?
Oh, why did it close in on me?
Whoa, Brittney?
Whoa. It's for sure Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement announcement. 1000%.
When did they get engaged?
Yesterday.
Did they?
Who knew, right? No one knew.
Shout out to the cute couple. He is further and further sinking his teeth into her. Watch out, Tay.
Oh my God.
How do you know she's not? How you know she don't have him hooked?
No, the problem is
what does she benefit from being with him? He benefits more from being with her.
I called this years ago. You're not fooling me. I saw you yell at Andy Reid. I know who you are on the inside, and secretly he's been planning this his whole time. Now all of a sudden he's got this podcast deal. Now all of a sudden he's about to drop the most expensive baby in the world. We get it, dude. Nonetheless, keep your eyes open, Tay. We love you. And no, let me just go ahead and let you know that is not the most liked photo. I didn't even know those crazy kids tied the knot. Instead,
Wait. Yes, you did, because Jennifer said it yesterday.
Oh, that's right. She did mention something about these crazy kids. The number one liked photo of all time on Instagram is Miami's own Lionel Messi. The picture of him holding the World Cup following their victory 140 weeks ago now boasts 74,511,383,000 million bajillion likes. Is this impressive? Do you care? Is this do you wish it was Taylor Swift instead?
Of course I wish it was Taylor Swift instead.
I just don't think it's that impressive of a photo, to be honest. He's just holding a trophy. That's another thing, like I'm not against Taylor Swift.
Is that the World Cup or is that the what they call it, the Ballon d'Or?
Oh, I don't know. Who that's
the Ballon d'Or? No.
Yeah.
That it's one word? I thought it was two words as well, Leroy. Ballon d'Or?
Ballon
d'Or. I think that's the World Cup trophy.
I can't wait till I get a text message.
I'm pretty sure it's the Ballon d'Or
from every soccer person I know.
No, we're gonna get destroyed.
You stupid idiot! That is not how you pronounce it.
No,
well,
you're wrong.
Let me double down and say this picture.
Hold on here. Got it.
You get the pronunciation?
Oh
no, that's not it.
Okay,
that's the World Cup.
What is it?
So that was the World Cup, then.
That was the World Cup.
No, of course it's the World Cup. I could have told you that.
Boom. Also talking about the pronunciation of that thing that I am just gonna avoid saying now. Because who cares? It's not even a real trophy, dude.
Oh.
Talk to me when you're the Lombardi. All right.
Be careful.
something we can pronounce.
Messi did win it 8 times.
Oh, exactly.
The Ballon d'Or.
I don't think it's that.
I really,
Ballon d'Or.
I really do believe that. I'm correct.
I
You
think
are
that
right. You
because
are correct.
you
Ballon
said
d'Or.
it in a Romanian accent of some sort, you think that potentially that could make it sound. That's just because Dracula's saying it now doesn't mean.
He says Ballon d'Or because Marcos can't speak a Spanish word for damn.
It's not Spanish. That is not Spanish. That is some weird language. You know what that is? That's Pig Latin. That's what that is. It kind of or like Portuguese. It kind of sounds like Spanish, but you know, it's not really Spanish.
Regardless, I think that's ridiculous. That's the most liked photo on Instagram.
I would expect a booty. I'm not gonna lie to you, like a Kim Kardashian cover of something. I'm surprised that it's something so wholesome, but you know how those Messi fans are. I don't know who's worse.
I get it. It's international. What were we gonna say? Who's worse?
The Swifties or the Messis? I really can't. I really don't know.
Dude,
I really don't
say,
know. I really don't know who's worse.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
As much as you want to hate, you can't hate on her.
No,
because she just being a good, but like has
Love
anybody
Taylor.
ever heard anything bad about her?
No, not at all.
No,
I mean from, and I'll give you a story that I've
The
heard
Barbies.
from. I'll give you a story that I was told firsthand, and it just made me feel that much better towards her. I already thought, she was cool. Do you know that whether she's on tour or not, she pays all the people in her band all year round?
Yes.
Yeah. That artists don't do that.
No, she is great as a human being. She's great.
I really take umbrage with what someone just said in the chat.
Wow. Well, hold on. Let me write that word down. Umbrage.
Umbrage.
Umbrages?
Add that to my vocabulary.
What is that? Swifties are some of the meanest, nice people you've ever met.
No. It has to be. It has to be Schmeathen's comment. Here.
Yep. That's crazy because I'm not 40 years old. I'm 25 and I'm a grown up.
I just think she has a following, that's unrivaled, and people have a problem with that. So if everybody likes something, or someone, there's going to be this group of people that just don't because they're too liked, right? It's kind of like there's a lot of people out there that are Skip Bayless towards LeBron. LeBron ain't never did nothing wrong. Skip Bayless spent his whole career hating on LeBron.
I just think it's like, for me, I understand that there's a lot of Swifties out there that are like a little too much, and I will agree with that. I'm not one of those Swifties, and you're entitled to not like her music. You're entitled to all those things, but the way in which people hate her is so like absurd.
Unnecessary.
It's
right.
unnecessary to hate somebody so much and to like hate a whole group of people just because they resonate with Taylor Swift and because they call themselves Taylor Swift fans. That's the problem. Like, there's no reason to hate somebody that much. There just has never been a reason.
Look, it's science, actually. This is going to be the smartest and dumbest thing I say for a while. Can't remember which law of energy it is, but I believe for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? For the amount of people that love Taylor Swift,
people have to feel they have to hate her.
The same thing people have to turn up the same exact way.
But you know what? And the reason why I can kind of relate to that is, regardless of wherever I played football, I was hated by half of the people in the stadium. And you just get used to it. You just gotta go on, you just gotta go on with your life and just understand that for reasons you can't explain, some people aren't gonna like you.
Now I'm gonna go from quoting the laws of thermodynamics to a Dave
Was it
Chappelle.
Newton?
That's yeah.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and quote Dave Chappelle and say, haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love, but I don't even want none of the above.
But she's in that song. She's saying that. Who's gonna
True, she did.
shake it off?
She did.
Shake it off.
Nah, there's if you really want to think about things logically, it'll be hard to hate anyone, to be honest. Obviously, you can find people who are doing bad things, and that's why. But all the times, the LeBron James, the Taylor Swift, the Messies, you just see someone excelling, and the fan base of people support it so much that it bothers you. Same way, like someone said, I think
there's one person that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
That I can honestly say have zero haters. Steph Curry.
No,
I'll say,
haters.
I was going to say at a
like
certain
this.
point. No, not like this. No.
Not
not
like
to the Taylor
LeBron
Swift
and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
No. But
He
at a
has
certain
haters.
point, he did not. I think now he definitely does.
I agree.
There has fatigue for sure. At a certain point, though, look, Steph Curry was the golden boy. But there's always going to be haters because there's going to be people who choose to hate on people like Drew Smith. Who would take the time to hate on poor old Drew Smith? There's always going to be those guys who do it. Of course,
It's not like he has a lack of love or anything.
You know, it's always going to be that. Unfortunately, it's just weaving through whatever is real and whatever is all that hoopla on the internet. Obviously, I'm happy for Messi's successes. You can add this to the list of successes he's had, Taylor Swift and all those things. But
like think about this. You like Messi?
Yeah,
right?
I mean he's cool.
Yeah,
a Ronaldo
he's nothing bad to say
a
about him.
Ronaldo fan won't like Messi because they like Ronaldo.
Of course.
They can't.
I mean,
yeah,
Ronaldo
and for
the
some reason-
actual
for
GOAT,
some-
if we're really
for some
talking
reason
about
you can't. Well, why can't you like both?
You can't be a Pepsi and a Coke guy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how this is.
Although I totally am. I'll drink whatever you have. I'll drink Czech Cola if you have. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, let me ask you this.
You have Czech Cola? I'll have
Let me ask you this though.
RC Cola.
Kardashian or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Okay, hold on. What are we even comparing though?
Yeah,
What are we
as
even
far
comparing?
as
like we're
as
apples
far
to
as-
oranges here.
okay.
Talent,
hold on.
notoriety.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Wait, no.
Okay.
See, but
No.
one
No, not notoriety.
one got
Taylor.
onto the stage because of her ability and her music. The other one
Yeah.
got on stage because of sex tape.
Hey,
Okay.
hey.
Whoa.
There's talent in that. Let's not, let's not take
No,
away
but I'm
from
saying,
her ability as
but
well.
is that not? And her dad was OJ's lawyer.
Correct.
So yeah. Now I'm not saying I'm not.
I love
hating
Kim
on-
Kardashian too.
I'm not hating on the career and the success that she's had.
Yes.
I'm
Number
talking
one
about-
reality TV star of all time, by the way.
Yes, I'm not. Again, I'm not. But guess what?
Yeah.
Would that be a reality show if you eliminate the two opening?
No, not at all. But I mean, how you start isn't how you finish. And I give her credit. She has I haven't seen Kim Kardashian's booty in years because she is now a mother. She's buttoned up. And Taylor Swift, who we all know is immensely talented, honestly just gets to hate because people like to hate. The same way we are discussing earlier where we're trying to force Brittney, and it's also that too. Oh, you gotta listen to Taylor. It's the same thing where it's like you gotta watch Game of Thrones, you gotta watch Breaking Bad, and eventually it's like, hey, buddy, maybe I would have, but as of right now,
But
because
now
of the
I don't
conversation,
Now you're fighting it.
now I'm gonna
right?
go out of my way to make sure I never
Yeah.
watch it.
I mean, again, I understand that people don't like her music, but to come at the woman's character as if she's done anything horrible is
Right.
ridiculous. And to also denounce any success that she's ever had when it's literally clearly right there in your face that she is recognized for multiple accolades and has the biggest grossing tour in the history of tours. You can't deny that. That's it's in your face,
years,
right there.
Jesus Christ. Oh, how long was that tour, guys? Jeez, I mean, I hope she made the money.
Oh my goodness, Jay Gatto.
Jay got. Oh,
Don't put it up.
nope. Let me give you one
Wow.
more quick one.
It's funny, but we
Yeah.
can't put that on.
No,
Yeah,
no.
we'll keep that one for us.
That's a -1 for sure.
There is a new role for a Miami Heat guard. I'm not sure if you guys have been keeping up with anything that's going on in the Euro League, but of course Nico is lighting things up there. But another person who has had a massive summer, is our boy Pella Larson. This is Spoelstra on Larson and how much more he would do this year. What he does is the things that we value. He's so tough. He makes winning plays. He's a great role player. He fits around guys, the best players, and he will continue to get better because he has a great work ethic. With the addition of, I mean, I know it's not done yet necessarily, but with the addition of Norm, do you think that Pella Larson's new role with the Miami Heat is going to be one that's prominent, or will he fade away to the Duncan Robinson position of some days he's starting and some days we don't hear from him for 3 games?
I think Pella is different than Dunks in that the energy that he plays with, you can always count on. And so what we talk about is him diving on the floor, him getting in people's face, him playing that nasty style of defense, him being aggressive, right? And then if you add the other parts of his offense that he's working on with that base, it's in a different place than Dunks. Dunks came into it as a shooter, like a great shooter. And then he kind of developed all of the other things that made the Heat want to play him, right? Pella comes in with the stuff that makes him a Heat player, and then he's going to develop his basketball skills. So they're coming from 2 different places. Pella, and think about this. If Pella doesn't score a bucket, he can help the team on one side of the ball. If Dunks didn't make threes, you had to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference in the 2. So I want to see how he develops the rest of his game, but his start point makes him a Heat player with how the effort and the style that he plays.
Whoa. That was your mixed bag. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got more Tobin and Leroy. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Got some bad blood apparently coming into a little bit of T-Swizzle. Leroy, we got to get you on this clean feed, gang, so you can hear the music coming in because
I know I make some great choices, and we're always rocking out. You just left out of it, Leroy.
It's unfortunate because now if we were to add another step to his technical process, it'd be too much. He's already dealing with one less screen, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, so see, Brittney, you don't understand. My computer screen is blank.
Yeah, like he dropped
It's
his
black.
laptop.
I dropped my laptop, so it's black.
Okay.
So I have it hooked up to a monitor, so that's why I'm looking up. Because I'm looking at the monitor that I have playing through my laptop.
And at any point, are you planning on getting your laptop fixed?
I mean, here's what sucks. It's like $700 to replace the screen on your laptop. It might be damn
Better
near
to just get a new one.
correct,
Mm-hmm.
but nah, I got.
Okay.
I'm
It
just
works
saying,
out. It's
things have
functioning.
just been lining up for your boy.
Yeah,
And
first the pool, or not first.
Oh.
the
I
pool,
still haven't gotten the
pool.
pool fixed yet.
Mm.
It looks like a swamp. Water's
that's
all
fair.
green.
Now look,
All I
at least
need is a
bring it
couple
back
of
up.
lily pads, and then I can invite Marcos over.
Well, you know, don't threaten me with a good time. As long as you, as long as you're grilling, I'm there. We're gonna try and
So
get.
I'm trying to
back
get
on-
my pool fixed so I can have a kickoff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
yeah.
Leroy, we're gonna take a quick break, but before we do, I wanted your opinion on this. This happened maybe about a week ago. A YouTube golfer. Have you heard of Henry Grillo? I believe it's Grillo. Ever heard of his name? Maybe Grillo.
No.
Grillo.
Toxic fart.
I'm sorry.
That's his name on
What?
on YouTube.
Is that? Okay.
I have it plugged to a monitor. That's why I'm looking up, because I'm looking up at the monitor, but my
Yeah.
camera is on my laptop.
Yes. Now, when you just randomly said toxic fart, I was like, I'm sorry, Leroy. Did you just
That's
announce?
his name. Look
Yes,
at it.
no.
Look at
That
the
is his
chat.
picture's name. Yes, he says plug in your laptop to a regular TV. Look, he's got his own tech guy there. His tech guy will handle it.
My tech guy, because yeah.
Now, Leroy, this YouTube golfer that I was just explaining to you recently set a Guinness World Record for the longest putt of all time. You want to?
Oh, I saw this. It was like what, was it 400 feet?
466 feet.
It's crazy.
466 feet. It's going over all these damn hills, turns the corner, I think goes around, if I'm not mistaken, and then somehow manages to creep up. Like, how do you even get a ball to move like that?
Well, keep in mind, all he did was hit it as hard as he could in a direction, and he got lucky.
Oh,
right?
okay.
That happens. It's not like he was like, oh, I'm gonna read this and this is what he got. Extremely lucky. It's the equivalent to a hole in one, what he just did.
What I was gonna ask is, like, on a sports level, how difficult is that? Like, what would be with that?
That's all luck, because you're not even a putt that long. First of all, nobody would putt it. They would hit a shot, because keep in mind, 466 feet is like 130 yards. So you're talking about just if I had a straight putt and I putted it from one goalpost to another, you would still need 10 more yards.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's a 100% luck. But yeah, it's extremely hard. It's hard. Like, it's like holding.
But like a full court shot is hard. But I've seen Steph Curry just get like somehow better than everyone else.
You can practice a full court shot. Nothing changes.
True.
So understand, when you take a full court shot, the court is the same size. The rim is the same size. The basketball. So you're just basically shooting and trying to get the length right. In a putt that long, every time you hit the putt, it might hit a different piece of grass or ground and take it in a different direction. So for everything to work out perfectly, you have to get lucky.
All right. So
Because the conditions of you hitting that putt will change, even though you think you're hitting the same putt. Everything is going to be different. So you have to get lucky.
So I can do it, is what you're saying.
Sure.
All right.
If you could hit a putt, first of all, you got to hit it extremely hard.
First of all, I got to hit the ball.
Right. And you got to hit it solid to hit a putt that goes 130 yards or 100, it'd be 110. No, that's about 120 yards.
Well, easy work for me. We're going to take a break. When we come back on the other side, my swing should be perfected. We got that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show. That's right. It is the Tobin and Leroy show, which means no scrubs allowed. All right. If you're on the passenger side of your best friend's ride, bang it, dog. It is your boy Frog Boy holding things down. Brittney behind the board, pushing all the right buttons. JFig in the background, and don't know what the hell happened to Leroy, but I'm sure he'll come back. I don't even see him backstage, so this must be like a computer died or internet or something like
He said
that.
that he said in our chat that he had to go do something, but he'll be back.
Oh, did he? I should probably read the chat before I begin talking because I'm stupid. But this is the Tobin Leroy show, like I mentioned. So that means I have to give you your latest headlines. And of course, these headlines are brought to you by our friends over at Doral Hyundai. The number one Hyundai store in the nation just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Take this opportunity to go ahead and give you our training camp coverage. And Odyssey Sports training camp coverage is brought to you nationally by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. Some updates from today. As we know, the 53-man roster was set yesterday, but Chris Grier did address the media. He had some things to say, including being open to the return of Christian Wilkins, how Tyreek Hill has been dedicated, and how this team, according to him, is younger and faster. Got another quote here in which he was discussing how shocked he was about Minka Fitzpatrick being available when discussing trade options with Pittsburgh. Now, I'm not sure if you were able to see this. Brittney, there is a kicker that was selected by the Miami Dolphins. Or finally,
that's very necessary.
Yeah, we had that injury with Jason Sanders, as you're aware of. But we had a little competition, apparently.
Oh, we have a kicker competition now.
We did. It was done. It's done.
Oh.
Yeah. Thing of the past, all right? We brought in 4 kickers for a workout on Tuesday. 4 kickers were Eddie Pinheiro, Zane Gonzalez, Greg Joseph, and the eventual winner, which, of course, I don't have his freaking name available because I, again, am not ever prepared, is Patterson. What the hell is Patterson's first name? I don't even know his first name. Riley Patterson. There we go. Professional, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Congratulations, Riley Patterson.
Riley Patterson. And if you know anything about Riley Patterson, which you probably don't because he's a kicker who floats around the league. He spent time on 8 different NFL rosters, including 2 stints each with the Detroit Lions, Jacksonville Jaguars, Cleveland Browns, Atlanta Falcons. 2024 alone, Patterson was with 5 different teams.
Oh, I feel really confident.
Right?
I'm feeling really confident about his ability.
Now, last season, he was 16 for 16.
Okay.
On extra points.
Small sample size, but...
Yeah. Only on extra points, though.
Oh, so we don't have any, like, long-range field goals at all?
Yes, we do, and it gets worse.
Oh!
He made only 4 of his 7 field goals with misses from 43, 52, and 56. That's almost 50%.
Wow.
But in his career, he's made 59 out of 65 kicks.
Okay.
From inside the 50.
Oh.
But only 4 of his 9 tries from 50 plus. Wasn't this a roller coaster of emotion I just brought you on?
Yeah, I was a lot. I got excited and I was disappointed. Yep. Now I don't know how to feel. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and summarize all that information. Long story short, the Miami Dolphins have replaced Jason Sanders temporarily with a very accurate kicker with not the best leg in the world. So while there was a 70-yard field goal, if I'm not mistaken, during preseason, don't expect any of that in South Florida from our aqua and orange team, as it seems like Riley's more of inside game.
Yep. Wow. Just means we got to score points, right?
Just got to score points, guys, because I tell you what, you get that extra point.
Just got to get in the end zone.
That's it, man. That's it. That's all we need to do. Easy peasy.
Is so easy.
So
easy for the Miami Dolphins to do that, of course.
Simple. Schmeathan says, now the city has 2 bums named Riley.
Oh,
and
wow.
That hurts.
That was bad stuff, yeah.
He called says Riley Patterson sounds like a contestant on Love Island. Let's check out. Is he dreamy? Is he on this episode of Is He Handsome? Riley Patterson, kicker. Let's see. He's not bad. Not bad. Let me see. Okay. Decent jaw. Still young. No facial hair though. I don't know how I feel about that no facial hair thing. Unfortunately, he would.
You know what? He does look like a contestant on Love Island. I'm not gonna lie.
Like he'll have a chat. Like he'll have a
Yeah,
chat.
for sure.
Let's see. Will he be dreamy? He's 6 feet, so he matches, all the necessary requirements for a woman, from what I hear. 6 feet, professional football player. I think that's that's pretty good.
He's doing pretty well for himself. Yeah, he's fine.
So Riley will be the new guy kicking for the Miami Dolphins. Other than that, no major news in regards to any acquisitions other than Kendall Lamb, if he clears waivers, will be rejoining the Miami Dolphins. And a couple eyes out on a few players who were cut, including out of Carolina, Hunter Renfrow. I wouldn't mind having him as a little slot option. And Trent Brown, former Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. We can use some offensive line help always. Cam Smith, just in case you were, eye roll indeed. That was Brittney's response.
Sorry.
It's just
That was like an immediate jerk reaction.
Yeah. You know what though? It's totally warranted. I'm over it. I'm really over it at this point.
No, I'm so over it. It's like I understand what Leroy was saying, that there's an ego thing that goes into that, and you want to try and get a return on your investment. But at this point, how long is it going to be that we wait for this guy to do something?
Yeah, it's done. It's done. We've actually spoken more.
The damage has been done. If it
you know what? That's appropriate. The damage has been done, my friend. Continuing in some headlines that I didn't have a chance to bring up. Let's go ahead and piss everyone off again as we talk a little bit more soccer, because your Inter Miami the Pinks are back in this fake little weird tournament thing.
It's only when you're here that this happens, I fear.
This is the League Cup, guys. We're back with the League Cup. We're in the semifinal of the League Cup. Give them credit for doing that. I know Messi has been sidelined with some hamstring injuries recently, but who cares? That won't stop him from getting the #1 liked Instagram photo of all time. But that isn't going to help us if he's out today. And it is against Orlando. The Florida Derby is what they call it. Orlando versus Miami in soccer. I know Orlando has a solid team, and that is a rival of ours, but somehow we managed to beat whatever Mexican teams we were up against to meet each other in the semifinal of this bizarre ass tournament that I have no idea when they play. But lucky for me, it's going to kick off today at 5:30 p.m. and it is here, Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Messi believed to be missing this one, but you never know because he's Messi. Maybe he's gonna make us happy and pull out that magical S that's on his chest and give us a victory in this fake ass tournament. God bless you. The Marlins yesterday smoked. If you look at the scoreboard, it looks horrible. 11-2. But what if I told you, going into the top of the ninth, this was a 2-2 game?
No way.
Right? And Sandy struck out 7 in 7 innings. He only gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. And going into the top of the ninth, this was 2-2. This was anybody's game. And then 9 runs happened. And who to blame other than Josh Simpson, who managed to give up 5 hits and 7 runs in 0.1 innings pitched.
Wow.
I'm not going to blame him for the loss.
No, I think you have to.
But it's totally his fault.
It's totally his fault.
So that's okay. The Marlins have an opportunity to get back at it today, actually, at 1:10 p.m. They'll be back at it. They are going to be back on the diamond, I believe, and then they go on a road trip against the Mets, followed by another road trip. Who knows? Who cares? I won't be hosting. That's Tobin's fault. I mean, that's Tobin's job. He'll deal with that later on.
He'll deal with
that.
But
I can tell you at the very least, no bueno yesterday. Last bit of news here. This is something I know that we discussed earlier on. I would say maybe a couple months ago. I don't know how we had this information. Maybe I had this conversation privately and I'm releasing things to the public that I probably shouldn't, but
I'm worried.
the NHL opening night set for October 7th, and your Florida Panthers are in the 5 p.m. slot.
We definitely, like, Tobin has talked about this at length for months. Yes.
The idea that the back-to-back champs are disrespected at this slot is something.
Are we shocked though?
I am actually shocked though.
Are you really?
Back-to-back though? You can't ignore back-to-back.
I know you can't ignore back-to-back, but I feel like there is a temperament around the NHL about the Florida Panthers and amongst fans as well. And like at the end of the day, it's about ratings. It's about what's going to be the most watched thing. And there's going to be other franchises and organizations that are going to take precedent over the Florida Panthers when it comes to viewership. It's just a fact.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it either. I'm not saying that I like it. I'm just saying that that's just unfortunately the truth.
Nope. I say fan bases need to fight, and whichever fan base wins in a physical brawl determines television rights. But we need to cap them off because we're South Florida. We don't have as many as like Toronto or something like that.
Exactly.
Your toughest 100 fans. Remember when everyone was trying to do the 100 men versus a gorilla?
Yes, of course.
Which, by the way, men would win.
You're wrong, but okay.
Okay, you're not okay. I'm not gonna do this with you. I'm not gonna go down this path with you. But I will say, toughest 100 fans from each club square off, fight it out, and whoever wins, Royal Rumble style, you're gonna need a big ring. But that determines viewership.
Okay.
In regards to things that I hear concerning Florida, man, I think we're a shoo-in for victory.
I agree. I think if we have, especially if we go up against the Canadians,
come on,
they're so nice over there. They're
I'm
gonna
not
win.
even thinking about them. I think everyone in Canada's done. I'm not. I didn't even think about Canada, but there are some people.
They have the most fans. They have the most viewership.
No, but we're capping it off of 100 fans each. So the 100 toughest Maple Leaf fans.
But they're I mean, that's the thing, because it's like, will their love for hockey outweigh their kindness, and maybe they just will go berserk? I feel like that's the case, especially if you get some Oilers fans who hate the Florida Panthers so much.
Yeah,
they might be ruthless.
Okay, hear me out though. Mike Tyson in his prime, right? Versus me, and you said, "Hey, if Mike Tyson wins, your mother is gone. She's I'm not like, I don't want to wish anything bad about her. I'm just gonna say she's removed. We're just gonna take her away. I'm gonna fight with everything that's in me because I don't want my mother to be taken away. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to beat Mike Tyson. That is not. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna go in there and my pregame warm up is gonna be great, and I'm gonna be thinking that I'm gonna do this for you, Mom. And then all of a sudden, Mike Tyson hits me with a right, and I'm just like, "What? Where am I?" And I'm in. I'm in.
Well, I'm just saying, like, sometimes passion, like, passion takes you far.
For sure, but not in my hypothetical.
All know those crazy stories of like those crazy. I mean, there's crazy stories all the time of people who like lift cars for their loved one or something, or like pull someone out of a burning building. I'm just saying, like, is the love for the Oilers enough?
Edmonton to lift a car, because that's what you're gonna have to do. But the thing is, maybe like it's enough to create this superhero experience amongst one of the fans, right?
but not all of them.
But then maybe that one guy beats the guy that he probably shouldn't have. But that needs to happen 99 times for Edmonton to have a chance against the Florida Panthers fans. So I have 100 Florida Panthers fans, and really the only people who I'm eyeing that like they may give me a little something is Detroit.
Okay,
because I mean Detroit's tough.
Fair.
Philly.
Philly. I was gonna say the Flyers.
Philly's gonna be tough. Philly's gonna be tough to beat too. But now think about it. You're gonna have to watch Flyers games. Like, no one wants to watch Flyers games.
There's a lot of people who want to watch Flyers games.
Philly fans don't even want to watch Flyers games. They're just weirdly loyal. So They
Yeah.
have to. But other than that, really, like I'm not scared of like Anaheim, Vegas. I'm
No.
not scared of anybody
I'm not
else
scared of
who's
any of those guys.
New York. Oh my god, New York's just gonna bark on the rink the whole time. Just like, oh, bing bong, and then they get knocked out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch those guys from Detroit. Gotta watch those guys from Detroit.
Fair.
But I don't know how I went to a bloody Royal
I'm not
Rumble
sure how we
for
got
viewing rights, but I think if we were to do this, like in all sports, let's say Dolphins fans versus Jets fans and stuff like that. I think that'd be something that'd be pretty interesting. If we were to break down sport by sport, which fan base has the toughest 100 people? If you just had to get one, who do you think that would be?
100 of the toughest people?
Toughest fan, like we think of the fan base themselves. And you know what? Immediately, this team isn't great, but 100 Raiders fans, I believe, are going to be bending the rules. Someone's going to bring a shank in.
I mean, that's fair, but I don't know. I always automatically think I think of Detroit, like the Lions. And I always think of I'm so scared for multiple reasons of Bills Mafia.
Bills, but to me, yes, okay, understandable, but they're also so nice. They'll
understand that they're nice. I get it, but once I feel like if you piss them off, if it's like they have to ride or die for the Bills, they're the most loyal, craziest fans.
Okay,
let's be honest with ourselves. I feel like there's something. They're very kind people. I won't take that away from them.
Yeah,
but they jump through fire tables
for fun. Yeah, they are crazy.
Fun. They have there is nothing in Buffalo other than the Buffalo Bills.
And they haven't been good enough. Like they've had consistent success for sure, but they don't have this. And as a matter of fact, they have the opposite of a storied history.
There was a clip of a girl on the Hard Knocks, a woman on Hard Knocks, who was crying at the thought, at just the pure thought of the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The thought of it. Not even the season hasn't even started yet. She was in full-blown tears just thinking about the thought of it.
Now, but this is could you tell me that? Like, how would I feel if the Miami Dolphins win a Super Bowl? I would cry, but would I cry at the thought of it?
I wouldn't cry at the thought of it.
Because I just don't believe it's that.
Happened, for sure. For sure, I would cry if it happened. But at the thought?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
Stuff.
But I did shed a tear yesterday when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged. So
they got engaged?
I know, it's crazy. I can't believe.
Are you kidding me?
Nobody, I know. It's breaking news. Yeah.
Have we not talked about this all day?
I don't think we've talked about it at all, actually.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Well, luckily we have more time in which we will have a lot to talk about. It is the Tobin and Leroy show. We do have an action-packed last 2 hours left, including our boy Michael Yo is going to stop by to discuss what he's doing at the Miami and Fort Lauderdale Improv this weekend and his views on the Miami Hurricanes versus the Notre Dame Fighting Losers. That and much, I said it. That and much more on the Tobin and Leroy show when we come back. Ready or not, it is the Tobin and Leroy show. Hello, Figgy.
Hello.
Obligatory comment about whatever color shirt you're wearing and joke about how you live and work in a cave. Now, back to the show.
Thank you. I love how we skipped that part.
Right. Gotta go ahead and make sure I check the boxes and we're all good there.
Funny enough, as soon as the segment started, I guess it just got really dark outside. It might rain. So, yeah, now I have to go open more windows.
I'm not sure if you know Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Did you hear? You get it.
What did they do?
Hey man, he dropped down on one knee, got that ring out, and said, "What's up, baby? Be mine."
That's so romantic. As he should do that.
That's how I heard it went. I heard it. That's exactly how it went. But
I would
yeah,
love to hear what he actually had to say.
Oh my gosh, I would love nothing more.
knowing him, it's definitely captured somewhere, and he'll release it soon enough.
I really
Knowing
don't
him,
think so.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
totally gonna be on
who's
new heights.
back?
Leroy.
I apologize because they sent me the link without telling me that I had a hit today.
Oh,
so I didn't.
Yeah,
know.
I was about to say, like, you didn't tell us anything at all.
Right? Because they know I normally give a heads up before, and I just got the heads up at like 11:58. Hey, where are you? I'm like,
well. How was it in Cleveland World? Are they
so wait a minute. You want the good news or the bad news?
Oh,
give us the good news
Give us
first.
the good news
Actually,
first.
no. Oh
Yeah.
They cut their kicker.
Oh.
The bad news is he missed 9 field goals last year.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if you heard. Well, probably not, because obviously you were doing your hit. Brittney and I were discussing our new kicker that the Miami Dolphins signed.
Who'd they sign?
I'd love to give you some.
Oh, it's riveting! It's riveting news.
Well, his
Leroy.
name is Riley.
Riley, indeed. So we have another Riley in the city, but it's his stats really that are just absolutely marvelous. He is he was on 8 he's been on 8 teams, and last year alone he was on 5 different teams. But Leroy, he was 16 for 16 at extra point. He was 4 for 7 from field goal. But Leroy,
what was his longest field goal?
I don't know what his longest make was. His longest miss was from 52 though. But if you want to be positive,
50 is the new 40.
Oh, absolutely.
They're making 50-yard field goals. Wait, did you see the Jacksonville guy made a 70-yarder?
70. So where there's guys making 70-yarders, we have a guy here who was actually this is pretty good here. He made 69 out of 75 field goals from under 40 yards.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. He
better get your fourth down offense going.
He's only made 6 out of 17 from plus 50 yards.
All right. Well, look. keep in mind. You are filling a void for a few weeks. Stop making it sound like you need to go out and find a Hall of Fame kicker. There's not going to be one available.
That's what Hawkman and Crowder told me. They told me that we needed to get someone over here quick because apparently.
Right. And you tried it with your punter and he was kicking it sideways.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was 4 for 9 from tries from 50 plus.
Oh, like, all right. No, like that's what's available. Now, you can have the Browns kicker, who he had just signed a big contract this past year, but you missed 9 field goals as a kicker in the NFL.
Nah,
but
Dustin Hopkins though is not bad. Still, like, I know he had a bad season, but so did Jason Sanders.
You talking about from the Ravens?
No,
No.
Justin Tucker is from the Ravens.
Justin
Dustin Hopkins was
Dustin
a Browns kicker who was cut, but
Yeah.
he had a horrible season, like you said. He had 9 misses. But what I'm saying is Jason Sanders 2 years ago, I couldn't trust that guy at all. So
I mean, he's better. I've never seen this. This is an enigma that is Jason Sanders. He's better from 50 plus than he is from 30.
Very scary. Don't
I can't explain it.
So
like
true.
from 50 plus, he's money.
Yeah.
So true.
Now, before we get back on clock and take a quick break, the NFL has released their odds in regards to a few early predictions for MVP, offensive player, defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to take any guesses? Who do you think
I
MVP
would say for MVP on offense, I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels, and I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow.
This is for offensive player of the year that you're saying right now?
Offensive player of the year.
None of
And
those
then
names.
I might throw in a couple of wide receivers, but that's about it. I mean, you could throw a Saquon, but his odds are going to be like 5th because of running back.
Saquon tied for 4th.
Tied for 4th.
Tied for 4th. Those other names you mentioned, though, Joe Burrow, and who was the other name? Jaden Daniels, not on the list.
Really?
Yeah. And
So
these are
go-
according to DraftKings.
So go. Who we got?
Brittany, any guesses real quick on offense, defense, MVP, anything?
Okay, for offense, I think they're probably gonna put Patrick Mahomes has to be somewhere on that list.
No.
He is on that list.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. Number 1 is going to be the Bills quarterback. What am I thinking?
And Josh Allen, yeah.
And Lamar Jackson.
You know what's interesting? Josh Allen did not make any of them.
Wow.
Really?
On most valuable player or
How about Lamar Jackson?
Offensive player.
Wow. Lamar Jackson was the number 1 listed player for MVP.
Okay. Right.
Following him was Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, and Bo Nix.
Here's why Patrick Mahomes won't win the MVP.
Yeah.
Because they're only about winning. And once you get to that point about winning, your numbers sometimes don't reflect how good you are, or they don't reflect, your, importance or whatever. Now, Patrick Mahomes is an MVP. Don't get me wrong. But when you do it based on numbers, his numbers might not reflect how important he is to the Chiefs. And so there's other guys that put up numbers. Joe Burrow puts up numbers. Jaden Daniels runs and throws the ball, right? Josh Allen runs and throws the ball. Lamar Jackson runs and throws the ball, right? There are certain guys that do a whole lot of stuff. Whereas Patrick Mahomes, he's going to win you some games by having some great comebacks at the end of the game, but finish with 240 yards passing.
Now, I thought it was interesting. I think the league has a bit of fatigue in regards to Josh Allen because he's not on any of these damn lists. He wasn't on the MVP list that I just mentioned.
Right.
Say that again?
I don't think they have fatigue.
You don't think they have fatigue? You think they just don't think he's good?
I'm just thinking that they associate these things
with winning.
Winning, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you look at all of what these other teams have done, they consistently beat Josh Allen.
And he's never really had the game that's catapulted them to get,
Well, and here's what I would say though, Brittany.
But
he's played really well.
Of course he has.
Josh Allen has played really well in all of these games, but they haven't won, and we tend to forget that. Just like we tend to forget. And the 2 times that Jalen Hurts played against Patrick Mahomes, he outplayed him both times. He won one and lost one.
But I think, like you said, he put on performances that could have gotten them the win, but they won in spite of that. His defense, against Kansas City was just terrible, and that's why they lost that game. He scored the points, But I think it has to do with winning, and that's why he won't be on those lists until he can beat Patrick Mahomes, unfortunately, because that's what's staring him down right now at the end of everything. At the end of every season, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. Until he beats him, he's never going to be respected in the NFL. And I don't like Josh Allen by any means, but I do think that
didn't he
NFL
win MVP last year?
Do I think he was the MVP last year?
No, he won it last year, didn't he?
No.
Yeah.
He was on the cover of Madden. That's good enough for me. Let's see.
No, who won it? I think Josh Allen won the MVP last year.
Josh Allen won his first MVP in February.
Wow. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. How can he not be on that list?
That's what I'm okay. See, now what I was gonna say in response to what you guys were mentioning is I would agree with you that it has to do with team success, but then I read you the rest of the list and you're like, okay, what the hell is going on here?
Okay.
Offensive player of the year, Jamar Chase is number one in regards to their odds. Totally makes sense.
But how can you have how can you have Jamar Chase and not have Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow's throwing to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins?
That is a good point.
And the reason why I would ride any of those guys, because their defense is terrible. So they always going to be it's going to be a shootout.
Now, another name that was tied for second here that kind of like, poked a hole in the argument of team success is Bijan Robinson. As far as this is the offensive player of the year list, they have Bijan Robinson as second. They have Malik Neighbors tied for sixth. CeeDee Lamb tied for sixth as well. And essentially this list has all the running backs and wide receivers that you could possibly think of that are good, and Patrick Mahomes. There's Jamar Chase, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Patrick Mahomes, and Malik Neighbors.
So Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback on the list? Wow.
On the offensive player of the year list.
But I feel like that's normal for offensive player of the year. Because I feel like the MVP race has become like a quarterback situation. So they take the offensive player of the year and they give it to the receivers and the running backs. And
well, look, the odds are out. If you want to check them out, you're more than welcome to. And if you win some money, you'll have an opportunity to spend that money, and we'll tell you how when we come back.
No Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, true, yeah. Because who's throwing to him, maybe is what they're saying. But I guess we'll find out. When we come back, we are going to play a rousing rendition themed with South Florida sports as football returns. It is going to be Price is Right, Miami football edition. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin will be back in tomorrow. In the meantime, it is I, Frogboy himself, holding things down with Leroy, Brittney, Figgy. We're having a wonderful, wonderful time on this beautiful Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Gotta make sure.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna play a quick round of prices right here, but for a specific reason. I want you guys to know how much I love you guys, because normally I am known for partaking in game show activity and for taking a day off or two. With that being said,
day or two.
Oh, okay. Don't look up with such ferocity.
Be honest.
A day or two.
Honest, Porsche.
So, with that being said, it should come as a surprise that your boy will be locked in on this show Friday, because at Toyota of Hollywood on 441, we have Price is Right coming to town, picking contestants this Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Of course, the only time I'd be on air would be the time in which Price is Right is in my neighborhood, picking contestants for one of their future tapings. So if you think you have the chops, go ahead and Google whatever information you may need. I think you have to print out a form or something like that. But
so we shouldn't be surprised if you don't make it on Friday.
No, but I may have a conversation.
He wants to be the host. He doesn't want to be a contestant.
Well, that's how it all starts, Leroy.
Exactly. You gotta get your way in there first.
Well, that's what happened to the Jeopardy guy.
Telling you, look at that, and that's gonna be the new wave in regards to how these people are selected. But I will be providing you guys with a great show instead.
The hood version, that is. The Price is Right.
Price is
Or are you allowed to do any submissions online?
No, you got to be in person, unfortunately.
They don't want to see you.
Yeah, I know.
He can show a video,
especially with AI editing nowadays. I don't know if they'd accept that.
Send the YouTube link.
I don't have necessarily any. I don't think we have any. Do we have Price is Right music, Brittney?
I have game show music. I don't know.
That's good enough. Let's just play game show music. That's good enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the item, and whoever gets closest to it without going over will be announced the winner. First one to win 3 rounds, or however long until we got to go to break. You ready? Item number 1. Let's start off with a 50-yard line ticket, the best ticket available, 3 rows up from the field for this Sunday's Miami versus Notre Dame game. That is at Hard Rock Stadium. 50-yard line, section 118, 3 rows up from the field, dead center. How much do you think that ticket cost? Let's start.
Answer. Oh, sorry.
You said what? How much is that?
I didn't say the answer. I said I have the answer.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
I have my answer at least. I'm gonna go with $800.
$800, JFig. What do you got?
Oh, she already got the look. She already got the look. She got the look that she get ready to.
801.
Yeah.
801. No. I'll say $1,000.
$1,000. Leroy, 50-yard line. Miami Hurricanes, Notre Dame, 3 rows up. Oh, God. He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
Oh, my God.
1,001.
Oh.
Oh, God. And you know what? The closest person without going over is.
Don't tell me it's Leroy.
Leroy Hall.
Leroy!
Come on down. Now, the retail price before any fees, $1,419.
I was gonna say.
I was being generous. I was being conservative.
No, really?
Never.
Notre Dame?
No,
Notre
I
Dame,
know.
Miami?
I
Notre
get
Dame,
it.
Miami. There's a handful of Notre Dame, Miami sells better than Miami, Florida State.
No, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just was trying to be conservative. Is all.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, let's go on to round.
I guess I better go first this time so I can.
Go first. Yeah, let me leave you.
I'll give you the one over.
Yeah.
Round 2, Leroy, you'll go first on this one. As we all know, the Miami Heat acquired Norman Powell But a Heat jersey is already, these jerseys are already set. A new jersey for a person on your team is usually going to be around $120. So I don't need that. I would like to know, how much is a LA Clippers Norman Powell jersey right now? An LA Clippers outdated Norman Powell jersey.
So he played for Clippers last year.
Yes, he did.
Okay. I'm gonna go 225.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let
You know what? No, don't question him.
You're right.
Don't question him.
$225. JFig, what do you got?
I will say Leroy.
I'm trying to look over my screen to see.
I'll say 200.
200. Okay.
You're ready to get got again, Jennifer.
Yeah. What? Nope. It's like, I would say $45.
$45. All right. Yeah. The closest without
you
going over.
You should have just said $1.
Yeah, honestly, you would have, because
or
that would have
75.
The correct answer is $79.99. Brittney is the closest.
I was gonna say 75.
Brittney was the closest.
Say, Jennifer?
She said 200.
I said 200 just to be petty towards you, but I was gonna say 75.
That would have been the closest. It is a $79.99 total. Therefore, Brittney picks up the point on that one.
Thank you.
Solid. I think I expressed it though when we first started. I think
not Jennifer's first, and she's gonna hate me because you already know what I'm gonna do.
You're just gonna.
I'm playing.
Leroy, why do you love messing with me?
I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game.
No, you're not. Right. No, you're not.
He's your own in-person.
I used to watch this with Grams every day.
I never watched this.
All right. Well, looking forward, of course, Miami Heat played yeah. But it never gets to that dollar. I always just want to see it. It's always like boop, boop, boop. Looking at the Kaseya Center, obviously the home of the Miami Heat, but a home of a lot of great events, including Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend tour. That takes place Sunday, September 7th at the Kaseya Center. Who are we starting with here? Fig?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, before I do the most expensive ticket, but let's go ahead and let's get some nosebleeds going. What is the cheapest ticket still available for the Adam Sandler You're My Best Friend tour taking place at the Kaseya Center Sunday, September 7th?
$150.
One show, by the way. Like, there's not two shows. Like, sometimes improv does two shows. She says
is this before or after tax?
This is before taxes. Cheapest ticket available.
I would say about $150 because that thing's going to climb up right to $200.
$150 is the cheapest ticket left, according to JFig. Let's go to Brittney next. Brittney, what is your guess?
I'm going to go with 175.
176.
Okay.
This is not okay. You're being a child. You're being a child.
I don't want to play.
Go put your pants on.
All right, you want me to pick a number? You want me to? Do I have to pick a number?
Yes,
cheating.
Actual number. Give me actual guess.
We're not crying because you're doing the same thing to us.
I'm gonna go. She said one. How much?
I said 175.
175.
Cheapest ticket still left.
I'm gonna say 300.
All right. Fair and accurate assessments by all of you. Adam Sandler, one of the most popular men in the world, but
he's also humble.
This is also humble.
True.
One time JFig said he was hot. No, it wasn't JFig.
I never said that.
No, it was Lupe. It was Lupe. I was like, I don't think we're talking about this.
I just watched Just Go With Me. It was on TV. Always makes me laugh.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Well, Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend tour, the cheapest ticket available, nosebleeds. I got good news for all the broke people in the world, including myself. You can get into Adam Sandler's tour for a whopping low price of $46.55.
What?
That means
so everybody.
Nope.
You lucky.
Oh yeah, closest without going over. But yeah, if I had to say closest, it would be Brittney.
No, but she.
No,
No, she said
wasn't
175. Marcos,
Yeah.
clean your ears.
She
Yeah,
said
but did you say 200?
No,
No.
I said 150.
No, she said 150.
Oh, you said 150. You went over.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Leroy said
I'm
like
so
300,
close.
right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
said
So
300.
look, with that being said,
Wait, Date South said it perfectly. Leroy doing the sweep kick in the corner in Mortal Kombat over and over.
No.
Oh my goodness.
well, nonetheless, JFig is crowned the winner of this round, and everyone's tied at one apiece.
Yes.
We may have to do a.
Went over. She doesn't win. Nobody wins that.
Okay,
You know what? I'm
All
gonna mute you.
Zero.
Okay, all right. Well, look, I guess we'll
She's muted him.
we'll sort out the word the words.
No,
that
I
Leroy
can't do a
tried to
tie.
say.
I'm not doing a tie. We need to figure this out.
Fine, go. So I got to go first again.
No, when we come back.
You
'cause we're
don't
gonna be late.
determine. You
We
don't
have to break.
determine. We are.
All right, we got to
so-
go to break.
Yep.
Let's
You
go.
want to break? When we come back, we'll break the tie. With that and much more. Michael, yo, next hour. Woo! Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is a final hour of Silly Sauce right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Happy to have you here. Make sure you follow us also on YouTube and Twitch. JFig, what's our official handle so I don't butcher it?
On YouTube?
Yes.
We are.
Look, if you didn't know, you're just gonna tell me. I could have butchered it myself. Maybe it's Miami.
We are Miami 104.3 WQAM.
Yes, sweet. There you go. Solid. You write high in the chat to make sure it's the correct one. Smart. I was gonna do it too. But yes, that is your home for all things South Florida, and that is your home for all things sports. So let's go ahead and get you your headlines. These headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, the #1 Hyundai store in the nation. Just went full beast mode. Doral Hyundai, where the deals are monstrous and the prices don't survive. No one sells for less. No one. Let's go ahead and give you 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, which is brought to you by the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get offers on select models now through September 2nd. Learn more at lexus.com. And I think there could be one that I potentially missed. No, I did that one too. Great. Your Miami Dolphins had Chris Grier speak today. He spoke to the media. Few things of note. Of course, he finally admitted that the team has gone through a reset. He refused to call it a rebuild, of course, but he says that his decision to pull back on big spending and free agency was not an edict from owner Steve Ross, which I'm assuming means direct order. That's context clues, everybody. Grier said it simply was time to do a reset because of cap and roster management issues. The direct quote was, "Steve has never given us a directive on how to do it." Why do we keep using these big words? He said, adding that he and Dolphins executive Brandon Shore spent time at Ross and Tom Garfinkel and Mike McDaniel. At some point, you have to reset. That was a big quote there. When you make aggressive moves like we had for a few years, you have to reset and start over. It's not sustainable.
Agreed.
Yeah,
That's
obvious, right?
He couldn't have said it any better himself. Keep in mind that the owner may have wanted to go out and spend crazy money and let's do everything we can to get the players to all this money I'm putting into this. Let's see if we can, go make a run. And then you back off of that. That's good business. Like I'm not mad at him. I think here's the thing. Like I've said what I had a problem with. Not if you're a GM, if I'm a GM, I'm definitely keeping the people that I drafted so that it makes me look good. Okay. That being said, they went out and got all the big names and it didn't result in winning. So at what point do you have to, get off of that and do something different? So yeah, that's just, but here, let's think of it this way. When you look at the success rate of the drafts, and that means you definitely have to include the guys who are playing but not here, right? They've brought in a lot of talented guys. They weren't 100% successful, but they brought in a lot of talented guys who were playing football in the NFL. And so from that standpoint, I think the organization's job as evaluators is good. Now, if you have questions with what guys they're bringing in as far as positions, then you can question that. And you can question how they were easily moved off by certain positions only to have that position bite you in the butt, right? And I'm talking about offensive line. I'm talking about defensive line when you let Van Ginkel walk, but that's because you were so top heavy with your money, you couldn't afford to keep him for $10 million. So there's that. And then when you look at people are going to complain about backup quarterback, I'm just like, hey man, not for nothing, But when you got to go to your backup quarterback, you're already toast.
Yeah, for sure. Now, a couple other things that were mentioned in this press conference were the idea that the team is attempting to grow closer together. He commented on the departures of Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, as well as the commitment Tyreek Hill has made this offseason to be invested in the team. But one thing that I didn't mention earlier on in this show that I think is something that all South Florida sports fans are going to like hearing. Grier said that Florida Panthers general manager Bill Zito and Matthew Tkachuk came over and talked about how the uniqueness and closeness of the locker room is so important. That has been a Dolphins emphasis. Zito and Tkachuk bought the Stanley Cup with them. So I don't know how many times this past season we looked at Bill Zito do something crazy and then be like, how come everyone else can't do that?
But you know what? They did basically the same thing that the Dolphins tried to do, except they did it with younger players and with guys who fit exactly what they were doing. They didn't just sign names. They signed guys who fit the mold of what they were looking for.
Well, that was obviously, the discussion they had this offseason after the prior way they tried to do it failed multiple times.
Right. They weren't tough enough. So think about this. Let's use. So what player that the Dolphins have signed that have had the same kind of impact as a Matthew Tkachuk?
Same kind of impact as a Matthew.
Because I would say Tyreek Hill, but
yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with what guy have they traded for that had the same impact as Brad Marchand?
I would say Calais Campbell, but it didn't lead to the same success. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Right. And so they've had guys, but not guys that they gave money to and signed all these guys they signed in the offseason that have had noticeable impacts.
Well,
Jones, who they bring in, who's that guy? That glue guy that they brought in. I would say the closest thing I can think of, Zach Sealer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But he was already under contract.
I was to say he was already there. Seth Jones is more like a
Seth
acquisition.
Jones, right?
Like potentially, I don't know. See, and it just doesn't align. I can find comparisons if I want to stretch it.
I know it's tough to compare. It's tough. It's tough to compare, but relative to the amount of money they're making, the salary cap is very, equal because you can only sign 8-year deals in hockey. Nobody's making ridiculous amounts, right? You get $8-9 million to get you a top player, but that's relative to what the salary cap is.
Sorry, I was watching Figgy change the nitrous can in her Need for Speed vehicle chair, and then I noticed that she was actually just putting Scooby on her lap.
Because he just kept on insisting.
Yes, of course. Just like he was eyeing down his clothes, according to you yesterday.
He was.
You know what, Jennifer?
She said eyeing down his clothes.
He was.
Some things we didn't get a chance to mention. I think you were doing your hit when we talked about this, Leroy, and this is probably just going to piss you off anyway, so I'm glad we skipped you on this, but our boy Messi and the Pinks are back in action tonight if you want to watch them. And do you know what they're playing in, Leroy? Another tournament. Or this is possibly the same tournament from the last time that we talked, but sometimes they take breaks. This is the Leagues Cup. Remember when they were going against the Mexican clubs and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Now they're in the quarterfinals or the semifinals?
They're in the semifinal now against.
Is that tonight?
Tonight against Orlando, and that'll be at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. So I think Messi is still sidelined with a hamstring injury. I just find it amazing that I think the last time I guest hosted, we talked about them entering this tournament, and now like weeks later, we're still in this damn tournament.
Has it been a month? They've been playing this tournament for a month.
I have no idea what's going on.
And then wait, here's what's crazy. They'll be playing in this tournament. You'll get all excited and they go, okay, Wednesday we play Columbus. For what? Just
for what?
League game.
Yep, just a normal game. Just back to the regular season, everyone. So we're gonna power through with that. And speaking of games, I'm not sure if you had a chance to see the Marlins yesterday, Leroy.
I did. Oh my goodness.
What the hell was that?
Dude,
yeah.
It was like Looney Tunes going around the bases. Dang, 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 dang. It was 2-2. And then somebody hit one off the wall.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
The 9 runs. JFig says that she was there until the 7th. She did one of those where you leave. You're like, this is probably going to be a close game. And then you look at the score like, what the hell happened after I left?
Right.
When I saw the score, I was like, there's no way. Because even in the car, I was still looking at the score.
Yeah.
And it was still, how much was it already? You know what? I think, because I had gone in Lupa's car. So then on the way back to the studio, I think it was like 7-2, to be honest. You know, now that I think about it, perhaps.
Well, it didn't stop
Still
there.
Crazy that I went to 11.
No, for sure. Didn't stop there, unfortunately.
That means that there were people in the lineup that batted twice.
Yeah, and more hits were given up in that last top of the 9th than the entire game prior to that. So horrible. But hey, I got some good news for you guys. If you're looking for a bounce back, you can go ahead and flush that one down the toilet. You can only focus on the future. And those Miami Marlins are actually in action right now. And they're losing. They're losing 1-0, top of the first. Man, all right. Well, 8 minutes into the first pitch, and we're losing. Nothing too shocking, but look, they still have an opportunity to make 500. Who knows if that's going to happen? They're definitely going to make the wild card, but it was fun while it lasted. A couple more notes out of the NFL before we go to break here. Kyle Hamilton inks a $100 million extension, becomes the NFL's top-paid safety. And Rashee Rice to serve a 6-game suspension to start the season.
Yeah, now we were just talking about, in Cleveland, we were talking about Junkins. Like what's going to happen with him because his case got thrown out. And I was just saying, man, it's a tough spot to not get any trouble legally, but get in trouble legally.
Yep.
Right? So
Quinshon Judkins, he was out of Ohio State. Right?
Ohio State, yeah.
I'm telling you, the only reason why I know these people is because this new NCAA College Football 25 that came out, which is why. Look, I was able to spot when we drafted Ollie Gordon. I was like, hey, this guy was good because when you played with him in the game, he had a little star underneath his name, so he was good. I didn't know anything about him, but I knew if you got a couple plays with him, he'd start glowing. And I'm like, get him the ball. And lo and behold, college football doesn't lie, baby. When we come back, we are going to learn about someone who does lie, and that is Brittney. We're going to play probably our final episode of Why You Always Lyin. And then we're going to finish off the show with an appearance from Michael Yo. So stay tuned. We still got much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show. She's playing the hits, Leroy. I promise. She's playing the hits. She's remembering the time earlier she was dancing with somebody. She had bad blood. It's been a solid day of hits there, Brittney. I appreciate you slanging the hits. Now I need you to slang the lies. This is our attempt to find out more about our favorite lovely producer named Brittney.
Oh my gosh, your favorite? That's
Producer named Brittney. Favorite producer named Brittney.
Yep. That's like I tell my daughter all the time. You are my favorite daughter.
Top daughter for sure.
Because I'm your only daughter. I'm like,
Hey.
oh, you get the bit. She's like, what the hell is a bit?
So now she will tell us 2 lies, 1 truth. We will attempt to determine which one is the truth.
No trickery. Because you did some shady crap the last
didn't do
time.
shady anything last
You changed
time.
one
Lie.
word.
The way to be good at a lie is to there's some tiny
He's just mad that I won.
I'm not
my goodness.
No, Leroy's mad.
oh.
I will let us determine if we can sniff out her lies this time.
Yep.
The final rendition of Why You Always Lying.
Why you always lying? Alrighty. For my first statement, every single one of my tattoos is a reference to a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do we let her get the other statements out, or do we quiz her on this
How
one?
do you want me to quiz on this?
Get the other ones.
All right. Okay. I got questions about that.
When I was in middle school, I was such a big One Direction fan, the biggest fangirl ever, that I had fan pages across all platforms, as well as I wrote fan fictions. On Wattpad.
On what?
And Tumblr.
Tumblr. I'm just gonna assume it's like a Tumblr or Tumblr adjacent.
I don't like what is your problem, JFig? What's going on?
Wait, because
What's happening here?
Because
What's going on?
Because listen, I've seen that look before. that look is already quick. Jennifer's basically saying she don't even need the third story.
No, seriously, I feel like this has to be the lie because
this one.
Wow.
Wait, can I just say this?
How?
Yeah.
How can you be a One Direction? How can you be a One Direction fan and then say I got Taylor Swift tattooed all over my body?
Yeah, we got to find out those timelines.
What's the third one?
Give me the third one.
Give me the third one.
Let me see your tattoos.
Yeah.
No, I can't show. That's not the point. I'm gonna hide my tattoos until it's time to reveal.
No,
let's relax, everyone.
See them.
Okay, go.
No. That's not how it works.
What's the third one? What's the third one?
At some point in my life, I was platinum blonde.
All right. Some point in
these
your
are
life.
all lies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
2 of them are.
Every person, every female has tried different color hair. So I'm not going to just dismiss
blonde,
that.
Like blonde.
I've been there, done that.
Right. See, Jennifer did it. So
yeah.
And Jennifer's goth, so she doesn't like for you to go that route when you like black. Everything is it's a reach, right? I'm gonna just say that. That's way outside your comfort zone.
So just reviewing her 3 statements.
Right.
The first one was all her tattoos.
Of Taylor Swift over her body.
Correct.
Every single one of my tattoos is a reference to a Taylor Swift song.
Okay,
but like what song?
How many?
Oh.
How many?
I have 9 tattoos.
Okay, and what are some of those tattoos?
I don't feel like that's fair to you. Can't.
It is fair because how are we supposed to?
How are we supposed to know if there's realistic?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What?
Supposed to ask,
look.
when did you get them?
What about this one? There's one that's visible at the very least. I saw one already. That was on your right wrist potentially. All right, look, that one's visible.
Wait, I can't see it. What is it?
We've already seen this one.
Sun.
A sun.
The sun. Okay.
Yes.
Super. Hey, listen, let me tell you,
Daylight?
groundbreaking. Oh,
Hey, you know you talk about two Swifties. If she says she got a tattoo of Taylor Swift, JFig gonna know what the song is.
No.
So that
Exactly. Let me see the tattoo.
I'm not gonna show you every single one. No,
The visible ones. Just the visible ones.
So we have
that's the only
daylight.
one that's visible. Look.
Whoa, where the rest of these
more.
too?
I feel like I have seen more.
Oh, I
look
see
at
one.
that
Left
one on
arm,
the
left arm, left arm, left arm.
What?
Oh.
That one, Brittany.
What is that? What song is that one about? Huh? Bad Blood?
I don't know.
I don't like this
All
one.
right. Let's figure this out.
Okay, wait. What? How many sessions did it take for you to get blonde?
It took me. I did it at home too. It was during COVID. I was going through a really rough time, and me and my cousin decided. I was like, you know what? I want to go blonde. So it took me 5 processes to get to the color that I wanted to. That's including toner. That's including everything.
Hey, as a person with no hair, I wouldn't know the first question to ask. Wait, but it took me 12 minutes. It took me 12 minutes, and I had a blue beard. So
there was like times where there was literally a period of time where I had orange hair because I had to keep processing it.
All right. That
Jennifer,
happens.
Is this
that
legit?
happens.
Does this sound right?
Well, my next question was gonna be: did it lean towards the bleach? Did it lean towards orange shade or?
Oh, okay. All right. So she's
okay.
All right.
But you know what? See, I didn't ask that question. So, Brittany, what are you trying to hide?
So
That you
bad.
didn't?
Did she lean with it? Did she rock with it?
No, I was just saying, like, I'm just.
I got it.
Sorry.
How long did it take for you to grow it out?
They didn't get it.
Okay, so what I ended up doing was obviously I have very dark hair. This is my natural hair color. Okay.
Same.
And
maybe.
Did you have to bleach your eyebrows?
Did you?
No, I didn't. I left my eyebrows dark.
No.
Oh, that's a terrible look.
Oh,
jeez.
I didn't bleach my eyebrows. What are you
I
trying
know.
to say?
terrible. So rude. Anyway,
I mean, don't you have to match?
No,
Absolutely not.
It's a look.
You
Oh, really?
It
kind of
serves a different
wild.
kind of look. But anyways, what happened was like I had always dyed my hair black, and so then when I
Your hair's not
bleached it turned super orange. Even some parts were red, like especially the ends and stuff, because that's where like the most dead and like concentrated hair was at. And so what happened was then I'm trying to remember like the timeline of it, but I then dyed only the front pieces. I had dyed the rest of my hair dark again. Then I chopped it off. I still had the blonde. Then I dyed my whole head black again. And I had chopped it off to like a really short bob. And I had a bob for years so I could grow out all of like
years.
hair.
But I thought this happened in 2020.
Yeah, I had my hair. The last time I chopped my hair off like into a bob, and now I feel like my hair is finally like all is my natural hair. There's no dye in it. There's nothing. Was last year, and I chopped my hair up to like here.
Well, when we met you, you had a fade with.
I did. I had a fade.
You got like out here looking like Grace Jones.
You had a mohawk at one point.
I got more questions about that fan fiction. Tell me more about the fan fiction.
We need more information on that.
Okay, so I was in middle school and
loser.
Direction. Oh. Okay, well that's not nice.
I apologize.
And One Direction was on the scene. They were on the scene. They had just hit the airwaves with What Makes You Beautiful, and I fell in love. I was truly, deeply, madly in love, of course. And at the time, Tumblr was a thing. Wattpad was a thing. I know that's not something that you folks know about.
Keep saying that other word
folks.
Wattpad. It's like a writing forum, like Substack.
No.
It's a writing forum. Okay, well, it's a writing forum.
Substack sounds delicious, though. I tell you what.
No. Anyways, it's a writing forum that you could put on the internet. Like you write things and you put it on the internet. Well, this was like the Wattpad was a place for fangirls, and you created fan fictions, and you wrote stories about One Direction or whatever, like Justin Bieber.
Did you write horny little stories?
No. I was very innocent. Those stories did exist, but I read those, but I didn't write those.
You know what you sound like?
Horny
You
little
sound like
stories.
the girl
Marcos,
from.
you don't ask that.
I'll find you. You sounded real creepy right now, Brittany.
I think you're writing
No, I
horny
think
little
Marcos
stories.
sounded creepy.
No,
I said I didn't write those stories, Leroy. What makes me
Look,
creepy about that?
we know the truth.
Mine were innocent stories about falling in love with Harry Styles. Okay, don't be like.
Yeah, for
Don't
sure. I know.
worry.
Listen,
I
I
was
know
like
all the
13,
girls.
relax. I was like 12, 13.
I know all the girls when I was in Renaissance Middle that were reading the Zane books and all
Basically,
those
like, what
other
exactly?
books.
Like, let's say, like, do you remember something you wrote, like a passage you wrote?
Yeah, tell us one of your
Yeah,
horny little stories.
Haiku.
She's
A
not writing
haiku.
scripture.
No.
I remember that one of the storylines for one of my fan fictions was that I got like a VIP experience with One Direction, and then Harry Styles was like, "Oh my gosh!"
So that never happened.
Oh yeah, these are horny stories. It's not scripture, it's scripture. I know what the hell's going on back there. And then he looked into my
No,
eyes.
it's not. I swear it wasn't. I swear.
We know what's crazy though? That makes me feel
my
like
handles like on Instagram, on Twitter were like Brittany Styles. Like it ran deep.
All right. Well, okay. All right. For time's sake, let's go ahead and
So
make
question.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have a tattoo for almost every album?
No, there's some repeating albums because there's some albums that mean more to me than other ones.
Like which ones?
Like Folklore, Evermore, Lover.
He really likes these one-word titles.
All right, let's go.
All right. Let's make our selection to determine which one is the truth. Which one do you think is the truth? I'll go first. I think it's true that you were writing horny little stories.
That's a lie because that's not what. That's not it.
Okay, fine. I think the truth is that you ran several social media pages. Publications surrounding One
New York
Direction.
Times bestselling author.
I think you had multiple social media pages about One Direction and wrote potentially horny little stories about it.
Okay. All right.
Not.
I'm gonna say that the tattoos are real.
Okay.
Because the my daughter was into One Direction and the time frame seems off.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Because your daughter's significantly younger than.
Correct. And I'm trying
Brittany's
to think
old.
when my daughter was into One Direction.
He's calling me old.
Was
Brittany's
much
elderly, is what you're saying.
correct.
Because
How
Brittany's
old
just
is-
like
Oh, thank you,
Rebecca?
Leroy.
past her prime.
17.
Is what you're saying.
17.
And she was like in middle
17.
school.
Rebecca was in middle school.
No.
Yes.
I don't think
Ah.
so.
Hey,
No,
no,
there's
listen,
no, because I have cousins who were also obsessed with One
But
Direction.
JFig, you're even older than Brittany, so we can't even.
I know, but no.
Your memory at a certain age, I can't trust it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Leroy has his reasoning, and he selects that one. So JFig, which one do you
You
think?
remember that this man does not know timelines.
It's true. No, hey, listen, he's the worst at talent, but I want him to be wrong, so that's why I want him to stay with that answer.
He said that was a lie. He didn't give us a truth.
Right. I did.
Oh.
I said the tattoos.
Oh,
No, tattoos
sorry,
is
sorry,
truth.
sorry,
Yeah,
you're sorry. My
Right.
apologies.
Tattoos was
All
the
right,
truth.
JFig.
They're all lies.
Oh, what a twist!
They're all lies. Wow.
Well, because
Um,
Jennifer tried to concentrate on the hair, and she sounded like when she told the story, she broke it down, and Jennifer was like, "Yeah."
no, not really,
Yeah.
because you can easily break that one down. Do I believe she had a bob that short? No.
Oh,
But that's not the part of the story that she does this. She throws caveats into the story, but it's not the meat and potatoes of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
all right.
JFig,
Wait.
for you.
So we got to pick the truth.
I just feel like
Yeah.
everyone's
I'm
always
going with the
lying.
hair. I'm going with the hair.
Oh, you're switching. You're pulling an
Switching
arm.
to the hair.
Switching, okay.
I'm going with the
So
hair.
the truth is the hair?
Yeah.
He's saying the truth is the hair. Marco said the truth is the fan fictions. What are you saying? The truth.
You know, I don't like any of this. I I really don't believe that all your tattoos are Taylor Swift related.
All right, so you think
'Cause
that's
I
a
feel
lie?
like from what I remember, I've seen your tattoos, and I don't think all of them are specifically for Taylor Swift.
All right, so if that one is a lie, what is the other lie in your opinion?
You know what? I don't know. Okay, I'm just
Oh.
gonna say the hair is also a lie, and your little fiction story. No, wait, it's true. It's true.
COVID make people do some crazy stuff.
All right, so what is reveal the first lie, Brittney?
The first lie is I was never platinum blonde.
Ah.
So the reason
But-
why you could tell the story your friend was, right?
No. I wasn't actually. I dyed these front pieces like right
I believe
here.
that part.
I dyed
Yeah.
them
Not the
blonde.
bob.
I had a bob though.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
I need
I
pictures.
had a bob. I had
Yeah.
a bob, girl.
She
I
look like
did.
the builder around here.
I had the bob. I'll send you the pictures on the break. So yeah.
Yay.
All right, so that was the first lie. Now
Yeah,
reveal
that was
to
the
us
first lie.
what the truth is.
I wasn't fully blonde. Then the second lie is I only have 2 Taylor Swift tattoos. I don't have.
I knew it.
Oh,
So you are correct. I did write fan fictions about Harry Styles.
You call them fan fictions, I call them horny little stories, baby.
No, they were not.
That is right. That is right. So we find out more and more about Brittney every day.
I
And
cannot wait
she's
to
a
find
good
these.
liar.
Were they deleted?
No,
That's what we
you
found
cannot.
out.
There was no trace of those.
Oh, I'll find them.
There's
Hello.
no trace.
I don't
'Cause
want to
had an
disrespect
alias
you
name. I had an
when I
alias.
say this. Look, I don't want to disrespect you, Brittney, and I don't mean this about your character. I just mean it because it's a funny pun. But I did see some stories by an artist, Edgar Allan Poe, and I'm thinking, who exactly is writing these horny stories about One Direction? And now I know exactly who it is. It is.
Wait, question. Aren't you the person who told me also that you were not a fan of when Taylor Swift
Dated
was-
Harry Styles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course not, because I wanted to marry Harry Styles.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Brittney Styles.
Like
It's
Well-
all
what?
coming
I
together.
knew.
It's all coming
It's
together.
all you guys. It's all connecting. Come on now.
That's
All right, well,
hilarious.
that was our last rousing rendition of Why You Always Lyin. I hope you guys now know more about Brittney than other than the fact that she just loves F1 racing. And we can allow her to be a normal human being on this show. But I am happy to announce when we go to break and come back, we will return with Michael Yo to discuss Miami Hurricanes football before we get out of here. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy's Chest Show. This is unfortunate. Our boy, his screen broke, so he's doing his best. All right. If for some reason you join us on our Twitch or YouTube and see the camera at a weird angle, it's not his fault. He's doing his best, guys. He's doing his best. Brittney said nothing on Mr. Yo, correct? Oh, okay, we got him ready. All right, then let's go ahead and head out to our Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Let's speak to a man who is a legend in South Florida radio himself, but is killing it up on the stage, Mr. Michael Yo. Mr. Yo, how are you, sir?
What's up? How are you?
Excellent, man. Excellent. Here with my boy Leroy Horde. Wanted to talk briefly. I know you're in town, not only because you'll be performing at the Fort Lauderdale and Miami Improvs this weekend, 2 shows each, but we got a big game this weekend, baby.
Oh, my goodness. I am so excited about this Notre Dame game. Me and Alex Dano and Gio Milian, we've been talking about it, and this is what I love, is it goes to the old school. It's a classic game. It's just Miami. Like, we kind of lost what we had last year. We should have went further, but we didn't. We had terrible defensive backs. But now I feel like Miami is it's the most balanced it's ever been in a while. And I'm so excited to take on Notre Dame because I think when you look at both teams, they're kind of the same team on paper. You know, they both have, like, we got a quarterback advantage, but if you go through the lineup, I mean, like, they say their receivers are better, but really the receivers, besides the Malachi guy, the Greathouse guy, he only scored 2 touchdowns during the regular season, scored 2 in the national championship, but the game was 31-7 when he scored. So it was like throwaway touchdowns. So I really feel like this is a very even game on paper, at least.
The one thing you recognize from this Canes team more than any other is how big they are. Notre Dame is a massive team. They're huge. They can play football anywhere. I think that's where Mario Cristobal tried to get this team. I'm not sure if they're there yet, but they look the part as of right now.
Well, but you do have to admit our offensive line is bigger than their defensive line. The thing we're banking on.
Yeah.
We outweigh them by a lot.
Yeah. I would just wonder, like, you know, is it going to be a matter of what defense can stop that offensive line? Because they're both massive offensive lines. What defense is going to be able to slow the other team down? Because if you can't slow either team down, they're just going to methodically run the ball down the field.
Well, but when did that really happen in college football where both teams are just running the whole game?
No,
that never happens. That never happens. Right. And what I think is honestly going to happen, and I'll jump right into it, I think either way this game will be a blowout. I see Miami blowing out Notre Dame, but I don't think it won't be a close game. Because if you look at history, there's been 3 or 4 top 10 teams playing in the first week, and the closest game was 10-7 with Clemson and Georgia. The rest have been blowouts. You remember Florida State played, I believe LSU was 44-24, I think. Then there was another game that was like a 21-point lead, but they scored a touchdown at the end, so it was a 13-point win. This is the thing I feel. Both teams feel like they're prepared, but when you show up, one team is usually not prepared the first week in a big battle like this. And just by the history of it, one team is not going to be prepared. And I really think it's going to come back to quarterback play because I don't care what people say about Carson Beck. They're trashing a dude that threw for over 3,000 yards his last 2 seasons, even in a bad season, that people say in the SEC. The other dude hasn't thrown 1 pass. So to even compare that position or be like, Notre Dame's going to be all right. Look, no, they're not. No, they're not. We saw what happened to Ian Book when he came in 2017. We saw what happened to Wimbush when they tried to put him in. I mean, it's going to be even to the next level because if you listen to that Ian Book interview that just released, the Notre Dame quarterback, he said it's one of the loudest places he's ever played. Second loudest, louder than Michigan and louder than Georgia. And I compare it to this. I have 2 kids. And when my daughter knows she can annoy my son, she keeps doing it. Now that we really know how powerful that was, it's going to be 10 times that this time.
Nah, Leroy here is making some groaning sounds because he's a proud Michigan Wolverine with had a lot of success in his heyday and talked about the big house, but he wasn't there. 2017, that Hard Rock Stadium. Were you there? Were you in person?
Yes. It was deafening.
Definitely.
It was it's one of those things. Michael, tell me if I'm wrong. It's one of those things where you hear that noise and you think, I am glad I'm here. This is awesome.
Yes. Yeah. It's a moment that like I relive all the time. And it's a thing that I'll remember for the rest of my life. And because of the beatdown of Notre Dame. And I really feel that's going to happen again because I think people just think you can throw in a quarterback. Unless that quarterback is the level of Jeremiah Smith at receiver,
right?
And which we all know he's probably not, then I think it's going to be not a good day. And I really do think Heatherman's defense will be able to stop Love because look at Love's stats, man. They call him elite. That's great. He averaged 70.3 yards a game. And against ACC teams, he averaged like 3 or 4 yards a carry. Like, look at his numbers. I mean, he's a great athlete and all that, but in big games, he doesn't show up. Look at Georgia and Penn State. He was hampered by injury. I get that. But in big games, he hasn't shown up. So we'll see.
Now, Michael, I know you have 2 shows at the Improv. I've seen your stand-up multiple times now, and it is something that, from growing up listening to you on the radio, I don't necessarily see the transition a lot in regards to being able to be successful on that stage, but I've seen you and you're able to weave in things that happen in your real life, which things that are like relevant with what's happening today, but you're actually doing something even more special. I believe at 4:30 on Friday, we're going to have your podcast, correct?
I am so excited about this. For all the Miami Hurricanes listening to this station right now, 4:30 Friday afternoon, Fort Lauderdale Improv, me, Gio Milian, Alex Dono, we're doing a Beat Notre Dame podcast. It's free for everyone to get in. We just want Miami fans. And if you listen to my podcast, I talk a lot of trash to Notre Dame fans. So I have this fear that a bunch of Notre Dame fans are going to try to come to in a peaceful way, but they're going to want to try to show us up. But right now, to be honest with you, me, Gio, and Alex, we wanted to make it free. And we're like, hey, man, if 25 people show up, that'd be great. Right now, the numbers are through the roof. So make sure you come on out. You have to RSVP, though. Just go to michaelyo.com, RSVP. And it's just going to be a Canes celebration. Alex Dono right now is crushing it with the Miami Hurricanes, Locked On Canes podcast. And it's a thing where we all teamed up and was like, let's do a big podcast for the fans, where it's free. And let's just have a good time. And, man, we're so excited about it. I'm just so excited about this game. I can honestly say we didn't know Cam Ward was going to be Cam Ward. But now after that, now we're like, we can see the potential, especially with a good defense. So, man, I'm fired up. I am fired up.
Well, we're fired up, too. We're happy to always hear from you. Again, if you have an opportunity to do so, make sure to go to michaelyo.com to get those tickets there. You just got to RSVP. It's free. You can see him, free. Alex Dono, and more, man. You can't beat that. Free entertainment in South Florida on a weekend for the Miami Hurricanes. And if you want to go ahead and catch him live, he's also great stand-up. You're going to have an opportunity in Miami Improv on Saturday and on that Friday night as well. You can stick around, show up for the podcast, stick around for the late night show. That'll be Friday, August 29th. I appreciate you stopping by, Michael.
Thank you so much. And I want to give my prediction real quick. 35-20 Miami, and it's really 35-13. We just give them a touchdown at the end of the game.
So you just like...
I love it, Michael. Thank you, man. From your mouth to God's ears, baby. Let's go Canes.
All right. Go Canes. I'll talk to you later.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, as I see Jimmy already in the back pressuring Brittney to get off the computer, I want to thank you for joining us on our wonderful Hump Day edition of the Tobin and Leroy Show. Tobin returns tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday. Brittney's writing horny stories. Leroy's fixing something. And JFig will potentially be in person. Who knows? That and much more we'll find out when we come back tomorrow on the Tobin and Leroy Show.